Hello, hello. Today we are taking on Lantern Rite. It's finally that time of year again for it. I'm looking forward to this one, seeing how fun it turns out to be. I'll also be trying to pull for Lanyan. I just hope that she comes early and I don't have nearly as much trouble as I did when I first tried to get Candace. I will never forget the struggle I had with trying to get her. I kid you not, back when during that Nilo and Sino banner, Candace was all I wanted at that time. Yet I ended up drawing both a Nilo and a Sino before I got one Candace, which is just outrageous. So hopefully Lanyan treats me a little nicer. Let's see. Guess I'll pull on Chlorian's side. Just because. Come on, Lanyan. Nice week is nice and quick. Shubras. Alright. Really don't have a lot to to give here. I'm hesitant to really spend anything, since I want to wait for that next character. Honestly, I'm still really kind of undecided if I want her. Like, she's a very cool and cute character, very unique. But I'm more interested in the future 5 stars than her, really. I don't know, maybe we'll get to try her a bit during Lantern Rite and have some fun that way with her. Then I'll be able to make a decision. Take a stroll around Liyue Harbor. Hutao.
Look, it's Hutao! She looks kind of troubled. Shall we go say hi? Hey! Stop right there, heroes!
Hi, Xiangling. Long time no see.
What the? Oh, Xiangling! I was just kidding around. Happy Lantern Rite. Hope I didn't scare ya. Nah, of course not. We were just about to go say hi to Hutao. I noticed, which is why I stopped you. We can't disturb her now or we won't get to see the brand spanking new Director Who.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I gave her a new outfit as a gift, but she's so used to her uniform that she's hesitant to try it on.
Yeah, that new outfit.
What kind of outfit is it? A bright red one, of course. The color of prosperity and the color of Lantern Rite. But just so you're aware, Hutao's not really been herself lately. Whenever I invite her to hang out, she either finds an excuse not to come or spends the whole time staring into space. I've tried asking her what's wrong, but she won't even admit there's a problem. Anyway, so that outfit was my way of saying that I'm here as her friend, and I hope she'll feel better soon.
Is she upset by the power creep?
I was just thinking that she looked kind of troubled.
No longer the strongest Pyro Lance user. Well, you've never seen Hutao like this before. What could it possibly be? Just then, you feel something cool against your face. Someone has crept up behind you and is now covering your eyes. Guess who? Is it Zhongli? Oh, I see. So our consultant is the one you miss most. You're breaking my heart, traveler. I was just kidding. Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite. Ah, that's adorable.
Hutao, is that a new outfit? It looks great!
Oh, thanks to Xiangling. Apparently it's custom made by a designer from Fontaine. I hope it didn't put you out too much.
Nope. The tailor happened to be in Liyue looking for a change of scenery and fresh inspiration. We got talking and really hit it off. So it was no trouble at all.
Well, that's good. Thanks again, Xiangling. You, exquisite taste.
Oh, stop! I'm just glad you like it.
So, Hutao, what's been bothering you? Huh, why do you guess that? Isn't my tone of voice not as sweet and melodious as you're used to?
Your voice is as sweet as ever, Hu Tao, but we're your friends. You can't hide how you're feeling from us, no matter how hard you may try.
Alright. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, I promise. It's just I've been struggling with a work-related thing.
Work-related? You mean the funeral parlor?
Uh-huh. So you see, it's part of my duty as the director. Besides, it's a lantern rite. I don't want to worry about you worrying about me when you're supposed to be enjoying the festival. So relax, everything will be A-okay, because Director Who will find a way.
You stressing about work? That's gotta be a first. Guess it must be something super complicated, huh?
Yep, it's a doozy. I feel like I've been banging my head against a brick wall. Maybe we can go get Ketching, she'll know what to do.
Huh? You think Kuching would be able to help?
She can at least teach Hutao about work-life balance.
Good idea! Especially since it's festival season. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs is putting on a street fair with loads of cool stuff to do. Forget about work for now, Hu Tao. Come have fun with us. Yeah, take some time to relax and recover your energy. Then you'll knock this thing out in no time.
I'd love to, but I'm afraid I have a meeting to get to. A real meeting. I'm not just making excuses.
Aw, really? You sure you can't get out of it?
How about this? You guys go on ahead, and I'll meet you at the fair when I'm done. Sound good?
Okay, fair enough. But don't take too long. And after the fair, how about we all have a meal at Wanmin Restaurant? My treat, of course.
Count me in. I can never turn down Zhongling's cooking.
Me neither! Paimon's drooling already.
Sounds like a plan. Hope your meeting goes well, Hutao. Don't worry about me. Get yourself to the fair. I'll join you as soon as I can. Liyue celebrates in 8 Adeptus Faith and 8 Adeptus... Liyue celebrates in 8 Adeptus Face a certain hidden calamity. Long name.
Rev the engines!
Lanyan. This is a custom gift envelope, so you can pick your preferred design and leave a custom message and hand them out to their friends and family. If you're interested, Madame Yanlan, please have a look.
I take it these coins go inside the envelope? They look a little different from regular Mora.
That's right, these are special edition fortune coins issued by the... Special edition fortune coins issued by the coinage office. There are 12 designs in total, each engraved with motifs from the Guion sigils that represent the different blessings. Take this one, for example. The design is...
The sign of Vice Ravana! Yes, originally an exorcism sigil, widely used in thaumaturgy. These days, it's used as a lucky charm to prevent disaster and bring favor. Quite popular with business owners, hoping for peace and prosperity. Oh, I interrupted you, didn't I? Oh, sorry. I just got a little carried away. I meant no offense, Lady Yuhong.
None taken, Madame Yan. Really, it's my honor to meet you meet a member of the historic Lan lineage. Your ancestors hail from the 12 tribes of Chenyu Vale, and were renowned for their prosperity in the mystic arts.
You flatter me, Lady Yuhong. My family are but distant relatives. We would hardly consider ourselves the true heirs to that illustrious lineage.
There's no need to be humble. Your knowledge of the Guion sigils is very impressive. A rare find in the Liyue Harbor of today. True error or not, you do your ancestors proud. And given your level of erudition in this area, I may find myself requesting your help in the future.
Well, I won't deny that I pride myself on my level of learning. So by all means, it would be my pleasure to assist the Lady Yuhong.
Ka-ching! Hard at work with the festivities as usual, huh?
Traveler and Paimon, and Jiangling too. I was just thinking about you this morning, wondering if you'd get to see you during the festival. I hope you're keeping a reasonable work-life balance this year. Don't go over there. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has had so much to do with this lantern rite. Oh, before I forget, everyone, this is Madame Lanyan, a master craftswoman from the Chenyu Vale Artisans Association. She kindly agreed to help the Ministry of Civil Affairs with this year's street fair, and in a short while, you'll get to see her work.
Wow, nice to meet you, Madame Lan.
Madame Lan, allow me to introduce.
The Traveler, her buddy Paimon, and Xiangling. Hello.
Huh, it seems you're getting carried away again, Madame Yan.
Oh, sorry. Interrupted again, didn't I? It's just quite exciting. Meeting these 3 people I've heard so much about. I never imagined I'd get the chance.
I think you mean 2 people, right? I'm just a chef. A good one, but it's not that much to get excited about. You don't need to include me just to be polite.
I mean, hey, you helped me out a lot in the early game.
Oh, I beg to differ. The first meal I ate in Liyue Harbor was at Wanmin Restaurant. Xiangling's cooking gave my taste buds plenty to be excited about.
Hello, Madame Lan. It's nice to meet a master craftswoman.
Please, call me Lanyan. And I'm no master craftswoman. Just a humble maker of handicrafts.
I'm sure anyone who's seen your work would disagree. Speaking of which, I'm sure you'd all like to see it. Why don't you come with me and I'll show you.
Full throttle!
You can't beat the atmosphere here.
Here it is. This is a game for the street fair where you duel with rattan figures. It's called Immortal Combat. There are 8 rattan figures in total, and thanks to some ingenious design, they can move around on their own. Madame Leon took the inspiration from the legend of the 8 Adeptus. Astounding, isn't it?
Sounds amazing! But what are the 8 adepts? Are they like adepti?
They're not actually Adepti, but 8 legendary people said to have Adeptus-like abilities, which earned them the title of 8 Adepts.
Wow, Paimon's never heard that story before.
They were only around for a short time, and it was 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, so their stories aren't nearly as well known as those of actual Adepti. Also, did you notice this year's Mingjiao lantern when you arrived in the harbor?
Shaped like a huge tree, right?
Yes, it said that during the Archon War period, there was a divine mountain in Liyue with a giant tree on its summit, a tree who was also a god named Tao Do.
Oh, I think I heard that one from a storyteller once. The sanctification of Tao Du. So Tao Du is the giant tree?
And this tree was also a god? Correct. Back then, people thought that behind Tao Du was the realm of the dead, and if you committed grave sins in life, your soul would be unable to pass beyond the tree and walk into the afterlife.
Even today, in my hometown, people still say things like, "You'll never cross Mount Taodu when you die." It's very insulting, though, so don't go around repeating it.
When the Archon War arrived, Tao Du was dragged into the fighting, disturbing the realm of the dead. The boundary between life and death became blurred, and death began to encroach on the realm of the living.
Oh no! And then what?
That's where the sanctification of Tao Du comes in. The 8 adepts rose up to solve the crisis, and laid down a great magic array to purify Tao Du.
Exactly. After that, Tao Du's remains sank into the ley lines and became a border separating the living of Liyue from the dead.
Wait! The border? The border between life and death? That's where it comes from?
So the legends say, but who knows if it's true?
Those 8 adepts must be super powerful if they could purify a god. Are we sure they weren't just adepti?
Yep. And in fact, their tale specifically emphasizes that most of them were ordinary humans.
If I remember right, they were from several groups that joined forces. A Guixiang one, a Lianxiang one, and...
Right, the 3 hermits of Guizang, the 2 sages of Lianshan, and the 3 beasts of Tao Du. Collectively, the 8 adepts. The mainstream narrative holds that the Guizang hermits and the Lianshan sages were human.
I know one of the hermits was Wind Reader, said to be the founder of the ancient art of Chi-Men divination. If I'm not mistaken, he hailed from the 12 tribes of Chenyu Vale. His descendants became the Lan clan and kept the art of Chi-Man divination alive. Madame Lan, correct me if I'm wrong.
That's certainly what the clan genealogies claim. Although my personal knowledge of Chiman divination is very patchy.
The second hermit's story is somewhat more amusing. He mastered the art of fishing with a rod and line and became known as the people of the Yunlai Angler. You may have heard of Yunlai swordsmanship, which is the style I trained in. Both that style and its more ancient variant have their origins in Yunlai Anglers' not rod-wielding techniques.
Seriously? Did Shinsho tell you that? Because it sounds like something right out of a martial arts novel.
Using fishing to learn the sword?
What about the third hermit?
That would be the Wu Wang kid, also known as Old Man Wu Wang. The story goes that he always presented himself in child form. As a hermit, his expertise lay in Qi Huang sigils, which we used to catch demons, heal disease, and protect lives from the encroaching presence of death. The Wangshen funeral parlor should be best acquainted with his story, since their founders were said to have studied under the Wu Wang kid. They were just ordinary people like you and me, but faced with mounting disasters, they used what strength they had to guard the border between life and death. Fortunately, they were aided by their knowledge of the secret art, which the funeral parlor still participates to this day.
So it's true? The Wangsheng funeral parlor really does have a secret art?
I heard from Hu Tao that she has a flaming staff handed down by her forebears. Apparently it has special powers used for cleansing rituals. But it could just be another one of her tall tales. Oh, you probably haven't met Hu Tao yet, have you? She's the director at the funeral parlor.
I've never had the pleasure, but I've certainly heard of Director Hu Tao.
Okay, well, these Guizhong hermits sound pretty legit. How about the two sages and the three beasts? What's their story?
One was Sage Hu, a master of gourd crafts, and the other sage was Jian, an expert in bronze mirrors. Very little information survives on these two. All we know is that they practiced the secret art of Lianshan, earning them the title of the two sages of Lianshan.
I heard there's a hidden palace deep in the mountains south of the Stone Gate. Traditionally, that's believed to be where they retreated for cultivation.
As for the three beasts, their retreat was Mount Taodu, hence the three beasts of Taodu. As their title suggests, those three were not humans.
So, what were they? Monsters or something?
They were... Ganyu?
Huh? All three of them?
Happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Oh, right. Ganyu's here. Okay.
Happy Lantern Rite, Ganyu. I'm sorry, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Of course not.
What is it, Ningguang's back? Yes, the others have arrived too. Got it, thanks. My apologies, everyone, but I've got to go. Ganyu and I have some important work to attend to.
Aw, what? Not you too? Seems like everyone's busy with work.
You know what it's like, the festival season is upon us, so let's all systems go at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Don't worry, everything's fine. Yes, you should focus on enjoying everything that's on the street fair has to offer, and if you find anything that is not to your satisfaction, we'll welcome your feedback. Bye for now, everyone. 1 second, Ganyu. What is it, traveler? Don't forget to take a break. Look after yourself.
The traveler's being especially nice today, checking in on everyone's well-being.
Coming back from war will do that to you.
Well, what other option does she have? It's not like she can drag them away from their desks and force them to have fun against their will.
Thanks for your concern. We'll be sure to take care, and hope you'll do the same.
I actually have something I need to do as well. So I should get to the Wangshang funeral parlor.
Oh, are you looking for Hu Tao? She's supposed to meet us here so we can grab lunch. Why don't you come with? If you don't mind the extra company, of course.
Not at all. I'd love to. What a nice surprise.
Perfect! Hu Tao should have joined us here by now. I guess her meeting overran. Why don't we head to the funeral parlor? Okay, let's go!
Ooh, I love this art style. It's so pretty. Wow, a whole little mini-map thing here. Let's show and make it a big one. I wish everyone good health and good fortune, good meals, fine appetites, and much happiness in the coming year. Please, 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 let this case I have to handle be settled smoothly. I'd still like to hang out with Granny and all. We'll be focusing on the main story for today, so I'll leave all that stuff for other times. You can also invite initiate gift envelope creations yourself and decorate them with British motifs. Yada yada.
Full throttle!
Festive toys throughout the Leeway Harbor during Lantern Rite. Visit these locations to increase your festive travel progress and redeem the corresponding rewards. And check the location of each within Harbor. Normal attacks. Earlier, just outside the funeral parlor. So in other words, Butler on, you'd like to go without the drums?
Exactly. Since this has come at such a festive time, I'd rather keep things low-key to avoid disturbing the celebrations.
Understood. What about paper effigies for burning? We can do mansions, chariots, boats, or sedan chairs.
Sure, but let's stick with something small. His lordship has never been a fan of ostentation.
In that case, how about an effigy of a silk gown? Something to please the family, but not too over the top. Does that sound alright?
It sounds perfect. You think of everything, Director Who.
Great. And will you be providing your own, cinerary casket?
Yes. His lordship had one made 2 years ago, in fact. He sourced an excellent block of gloomwood and had an artisan convert it into a casket. It's currently being stored at the old family house at Yilong Wharf.
Gloomwood is a good choice. Flame resistant, water resistant, and insect resistant. Now, what about the mourning tent in the procession? Does the family say what style they want? We can certainly keep that simple, but I wouldn't recommend foregoing them entirely. You don't want the public speculating about why the Feyun Commerce Guild couldn't seem to afford a proper funeral.
It's like you read my mind. Master expressed the same concern, but he also said he has full confidence in the Wangshang Funeral Parlor's judgment in this area.
Very well, then my suggestion for your tent would be sloped roofs, one with a rigid spine, 2 of them curved at the top, 36 seats, no more, no less, and all with fresh silk covers. But not just any silk, they should be decorated with the Feiyun symbols. At the front, we want a moongate, a grand preceptor, armchair, and a bamboo railings, sufficiently grand but tasteful and measured. Would this be suitable, Butler on?
That sounds ideal. Oh, and we should put some rugs down. Make them tortoiseshell. His lordship is very fond of that color.
That can be arranged. How about the procession?
Master requested no music procession, but 16 pallbearers. Nothing flashy. Plain clothes will do, as long as they're smart and all dressed the same.
And the carriage?
Open sedan chair, please, with 4 pairs of white plaques and 20 pairs of red plaques.
Any ceremonial weaponry and such?
Yes. 2 sets of gold weaponry and 2 sets of soul banners. 4 items per set.
Okay, for the gold weaponry, a 4-piece set would be the mace, battle axe, stirrup, and fist. So each of those, for 2 of each, so 2 each of those, and then we could go do 2 passage banners, plus 2 each of the flying tiger, flying carp, and flying turtle banners.
That will do nicely.
Alright, last thing. How about the hanging banner and the portrait pavilion?
For the hanging banner, we want an octagonal tube with 8 tassels per corner and a dome of red gauze covering the top. As for the portrait pavilion, we're looking to do 1 incense pavilion with 2 spare rooms. One is a changing room, the other is a display room, and we'd like a plain white cover over the whole thing.
Did you want them embroidered?
Ah, I knew I missed something. The family neglected to consider that in their sorrow, but it's a minor detail. What would your suggestion be?
Well, the Fame Commerce Guild is a large and prosperous family with 4 generations living under one roof. As founders of this family, his lordship could not be more blessed. Added to that, he reached a ripe old age, lived a virtuous life, and is spending his final days in peace and comfort. All in all, he has lived a very complete life. In which case, I'd recommend boarding a bats of longevity motif and a cranes and deer of youth motif to pass on his good fortune to the next generation.
Excellent! I must say, Director Who, you really understand your clients.
Of course, think nothing of it. Huh? Ah, Miss Bywin.
Greetings, Director Who. Lady Ningguang has arrived, and she would be most grateful if you could join her at Eugene Terrace.
Wow, that was quick. Alright, I hope we're in 2 ticks. Butler on, my sincere apologies, but I'm afraid I have another meeting to get to.
Of course. I've taken plenty of your time already. Don't let me keep you.
Fairy, can I leave you to follow up with Fame funeral arrangements?
Of course, Director. I'll handle it.
Ah, that was a lot.
The
there that
Who
much in a
family
funeral
is
here?
truly blessed. It seems their directors go from strength to strength with each generation.
I agree. She was born for the job.
Ah, yes, Madam Undertaker. I didn't get the chance to discuss payment with the director.
There's no rush. I gathered from your conversation that the situation is still unfolding. This was just an initial meeting, so that we can make advanced preparations, yes?
That's right. Master asked me to come a few days ahead of time so that things aren't rushed at the last minute. On that note, please do keep everything strictly confidential for now. No public announcements.
Of course. You have my word.
Thanks. Could I trouble you for a pro forma invoice? Easier for the family to review that way.
I'll get that to you in due course. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Hey, Fairy! We're looking for Hu Tao. Is she here?
You just missed her, unfortunately. She's attending a meeting elsewhere.
Oh. Any idea when she'll be back?
She didn't say, but she only left a moment ago. She could be some time. If it's anything urgent, I'd be happy to take a message for you and I'll relay it to her as soon as she returns.
Oh, no, it's nothing urgent.
If you'd prefer to speak with her directly, you can always wait till she's free.
Well, this sucks. I thought Hu Tao would be done with work by now. I guess she's got more on her plate than we realized. Well, there's not much point in hanging around here. Why don't we go eat and come back later? Paimon is getting a little hungry. But shouldn't we wait for Hu Tao? It sounded like she's gonna be a while. Besides, I can always fire up the stove again when she's back. Okay, sounds good. Madam Lan, you must be getting hungry too, right? You should come with us. Madam Lan?
Oh, sorry. I spaced out. Whatever works for you.
Alright, Fairy, we'll head off then. Can you let Hu Tao know where we are when she gets back?
Sure. Take care, everyone.
Hey. You have a good day too. Thanks for dropping by.
Butler Ann?
Ma'am, do you happen to know who that young lady with the black hair is?
I haven't met her before, but that silver swallow hairpiece makes me wonder if she's from Chenyu Vale.
Chenyu Vale,
Something the matter?
Well, it's just...
I was kind of hoping that
So the
this
other
year's
day
lantern
when I was
would
out
take place
shopping,
in Guangzhou,
I ran into her
in the
and
new
Master.
area.
They were chatting
I just feel like
away,
we haven't
and I
done much
noticed
there.
that she showed him a very peculiar-looking rattan figure. Later that day, as I was moving his lordship to a more comfortable bedroom, I saw something underneath his bed. And would you know it, it was that same rattan figure. There was some kind of spell written on it. It was icy cold to the touch and made the whole room chilly. The whole thing seems very sinister.
Oh my goodness. Are you suggesting that there could be unnatural causes behind his lordship's condition? Well, I've heard they practice Chi-Man magic in Chenyu Vale. Pentad fortune conveyance, fate transference, and the like.
The last thing I want to do is start suspecting anyone, but with his lordship bedridden and Master urging me to start discussing funeral arrangements, I can't help but think. Sorry. Look at me rambling away. I'm sure I'm just being paranoid.
So that's what the
Please
story's
forget
gonna
I
be this
said
time.
anything, and certainly don't repeat this to anyone else.
Don't worry, Butler Anne. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor understands the importance of discretion. Client confidentiality is paramount.
But yeah, I just felt like with how quickly we seemed to like really just came and went with that new leeway area, it would have made more sense if they had put like the new this year's landscape in Yilong Wharf. There's plenty of space there. I just like wanted an excuse to be back in this area and hop around instead of in the classic leeway. I guess I'll stop by these things whenever I see them.
Dad, I brought some friends over. I'm cooking today. Dad? Dad!
Over here, Xiangling.
Oh, there he is. He's over at Ying R's place. Let's go say hi. Huh? Timaeus? What's wrong with him?
That scent. Oh, this is so embarrassing. A few days ago, he said he wanted to come and spend the festival with me, but he started to feel unwell as soon as he arrived last night, and now he's gone and passed out. I think maybe the journey took it out of him, or perhaps he caught a cold on the way. Anyway, I was about to take him to Boo Boo Pharmacy to see the doctor, so I asked Chef Mao to watch the store while I'm gone.
Wait, you weren't gonna carry him all that way by yourself, were you? Let us help.
I couldn't possibly ask that of you.
Don't mention it. Let's just get him to the doctor.
If you're sure. I'm very grateful for the help. Why don't I watch the store? As it happens, I know a thing or two about perfume. I'm sorry, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, this is Madame Lan Yen, a craftswoman from Chen Yu Vale. You can trust her.
Oh, a friend of yours then.
Eula!
Thank you, Madame Lan Yen. That would be a huge help.
Xiangling, I guess that means we're free to head back. Let's get cooking so the troops can feast on their triumphant return.
Great minds think alike, Dad. Go on, get Timaeus to Boo Boo
What's
Pharmacy.
Eula doing here?
And don't forget to come eat when you're done.
Thank you all.
Meanwhile, you bring Timaeus to Boo Pharmacy while Baizu takes him back for examination. You're surprised to see two other familiar faces there. Traveler Paimon, it's been a while. Happy Lantern, right? Happy Lantern, right, Qingchua, Chongyu? Thank you. Here's hoping it'll be...
What do you mean by that? Oh no, did you get sick too?
No, not me. Qingchu. It's right. These are dear friends. The trust doesn't need to be hidden from them. It's my great-grandfather. A few days ago, he didn't have the strength to get out of bed, and now he's slipped into a coma.
Oh no! Sorry to hear that. That sounds really serious.
It's not looking too good. We've had several doctors come and see him, but none of them could tell what was wrong, and all left without even writing a prescription.
None of them could figure out what it was? That seems strange.
Well, he is over 100 years old by now. It's just we're struggling to come to terms with it. Our butler came to see me a few days ago, insisting that great-grandfather has been cursed. He urged me to get exorcists involved. So I went to take a look, and inside his lordship's room there was definitely a strange chill in the air, but I'm confident it's not caused by evil spirits. Then what was it? Well, this is just a theory, but I think that... It's fine, you can say it. It's fader of death, a sign that death is near.
Oh no. Singcho, this must be so hard for you.
Thank you, I'll be okay. Honestly, my father and grandfather are the hardest hit by it, but we're as prepared as we can be under the certain circumstances. I believe my brother has already contacted the funeral parlor, and I'm here to see if Dr. Baizu can help. My father and grandfather are at home fasting and praying.
Feeling any better?
Much better. I feel as fit as a twiddle. I'm sure this is all because I got to eat breakfast. Forgot to eat breakfast.
Fit as a fiddle, dear. As in the instrument, not the finger twitching.
It's nothing serious. Probably just exhaustion from the long journey. Then not resting properly afterwards.
Everyone's getting sick, huh?
It's all my fault.
I'm prescribing a nutritious soup to be taken every night before bed. Here's the recipe. That should sort him out. But if his symptoms persist, make sure to come and see me again.
Thank you, Dr. Baizu.
Looks like Timaeus is gonna be alright. That's a relief.
Ying Er says you helped me bring me here. Thank you ever so much. Don't mention it.
Ying-ar, you should probably get this guy back right away. Baizhu says he needs to rest.
Agreed. Plus, I shouldn't keep Madame Lanyan waiting too long. Drop by later when you've got a second, so I can thank you both properly.
Dr. Baizu.
Ah, Master Xingqiu. I won't beat around the bush. The situation is looking a little more complicated than I'd initially thought.
What do you mean? Baizu wasn't speaking the whole truth just now. Timaeus' situation is exceptionally strange, and strikingly similar to his lordship's condition. Wait, so Timaeus has the same illness as my great-grandfather?
It would appear so, although it's debatable whether it is an illness per se. The truth is, they are both aging at an accelerated rate.
What? Really?
Yes, significantly faster than the average person. But so far, I have not managed to determine the cause.
Not only does it mystify Baizu, even I've never witnessed such a malady. Unless, of course, it was so long ago that I've since forgotten. Timaeus is in the prime of his life, so a little extra exhaustion is nothing dangerous, but his lordship is so advanced in years already. That's terrible. So something is surreptitiously cutting years off their lives?
Cutting years off their lives? What a turn of phrase. That sounds horrible.
Baizu has tried using the secret art of the Timaeus earlier, but it was useless. This is a more stubborn disease.
There are a few other remedies I can try, even if it's just trial and error at this point. This morning I sent Chi-Chi to Mount Qingsa to look for a certain herb. There's still a chance we might turn things around if we're lucky. Oh, and speaking of Qingsa, has his lordship been there recently, Master Xingqiu?
To Qingxing Village, you mean? Yes, we visited there every year during Lantern Rite to run a clinic, but this year, before the clinic even started, they sent someone all the way here to ask for medical advice. The situation seems urgent.
And then the patient from Mondstadt, who I just saw, tells me he stopped off in Qingsa Village during his journey. I can't help but wonder if there's some connection.
If I'm not mistaken, I do believe great-grandfather visited some of his friends in Qingxi Village not too long ago. My father went with him. Just as we suspected. What is it? I've heard the rumors about a god's remains in Qingxi. Is that what's causing this? God's remains? Which one? Well, firstly, I read about it in a book. I bought it from the street vendor, so not the most credible source. But the book told of a hidden palace in Qingxi mountain range called the Hidden Palace of Zhou Formula. It is enchanted with 7 and 8 Greats method, with which it suppressed countless evil spirits, the most revered of them being a god known as Tao Du.
Wait, so Tao Du's remains? That's what's causing this mystery illness?
Not to steal anyone's thunder, but while I do suspect a connection with Qingsa Village, I highly doubt that god remains are the cause.
That's right, the slightest trace of god remains in Baizu and I would surely have sensed them.
Good point. Then what could be the true cause?
Master Xingqiu, I will head to Qingsa Village to investigate further after Chi-Chi returns. Hopefully, I will have more answers after that.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, we're pros at gathering stuff. Just tell us where to go and we'll track down those herbs, no problem.
I am most grateful for the offer. I'll be sure to let you know if I need your assistance.
Thank you for everything, Dr. Baizu.
Merely doing my duty.
Well, you take care of yourself too, Baizu.
Don't worry about me. I'm keenly aware of my limits.
Traveler Paimon, it was good to see you, but now I must return home and relay Dr. Baizu's words to my family. I'll come with you. I want to take another look at his lordship's room. Very well. Bye, everyone, and don't worry about me. I'm doing fine. In all honesty, I've never been as close with my great-grandfather as my father and grandfather. Given his age, he already wasn't speaking much by the time I was around.
Hey, come on now. We get that you don't want us to worry, but there's no need to downplay it, alright? We should be supporting you here, not the other way around.
Paimon's a lot smarter than I remember. I guess it's been a long time since we last met.
Hey! Paimon's always been smart.
Heh, you know, recently a phrase that Hu Tao always says has been on my mind a lot. Live in life, die in death. But she must be exceptionally busy these days, as I've barely seen her at all. So how about we all go for meals together in a few days' time, when everything's calmed down? Sounds great, I'm free whenever. Then it's decided. I'll see you in a few days.
Even though Baizhu ruled out God remains as the cause, Paimon still wants to get to the bottom of this Tao Du business. Oh, it's a shame Kuching had to disappear before she could tell us more.
Lanyan seems quite knowledgeable about it too.
True. Then let's head back and ask her. Come on, Xiangling's waiting on us too.
I want to see what Yugo's doing up around here. Who else could be around if Eula's here?
Bang! Wow. And with that...
Just wants me to take a photo? Okay.
You do tell the cleverest joke.
Amber! Oh. Where should I go next? This whole place is so lively. Amber, this envelope's for you. Ah. Please ensure that you follow the terms of hers, yada yada, blah blah blah. Let's have a companion. Oh, quite a lot here to work with. Oh man, they really put a lot here. Sure, that'll work. They can only be used as gifts for friends? What? Is that what these are? There's the edit button. Will that one work? Which one does it mean then? That one? What is it? What is this thing that's only for friends? Does it mean these? Oh my gosh, which one is it? Maybe that's what I meant them. Must be these ones with the icons on it. Okay, okay. Can that be sent? There it is. Wow, gift envelope, thank you. I heard that people of the Leeway exchange them during Lantern Rise as blessings. It's beautiful, I'll take good care of it. Are you here for the festival specifically? Sure am. Jean said that we worked hard. Jean said we worked hard this year. She thinks we'll deserve a break, so she set up a rotating calendar for us to take time off. You and I got our turns on the last couple of days, so we came to Leeway Harbor as soon as we heard about the festivities. No like a hustle and bustle, or fun things to do on the streets, huh? Yep, we spent a lot of time roaming around the city. We just split up so we can get souvenirs for everyone at the Knights of Favonius. I bought a ton of stuff. A fan for Jean, a teacup for Lisa, and a kite for Clee. Oh, and this is for you. A grilled tiger fish. It's super delicious. Here, try some. I just bought it with it, so it's still warm. Hurry before it gets cold. I'm gonna keep shopping, okay? Fan, teacups, kite. What am I missing? Oh, right, jewelry. Right then. Back on track then.
Rev the engines!
There she is.
This should be enough.
Right then. Yours truly. Success in your endeavors. Finally get that revenge. Or vengeance. Here you go.
This is for me? Thank you. This is the first time I've received something like this. I didn't expect to run into you here. Amber and I just split up to go shopping. We're bringing back gifts for everyone at the Knights of Favonius.
What'd you get?
Some small trinkets and toys. Oh, and some tea for Jean. It's from Chaoying Village. I heard that tea also has an energizing effect, so I thought it might be a nice change of pace for her. Still, the brewing process for this kind of tea is pretty complicated. The vendor had to spend a lot of time explaining it to me. Thankfully, I already knew a bit about tea etiquette, so I caught on relatively quick. Here, this tea cake is for you. It's from Chaoying Village. Amber really liked it, so I decided to buy some.
Thank you very
We're
much,
going to
Eula.
check out the Mingxiao lantern later. Maybe we'll ask someone to take a picture for us. I would do it myself, but unfortunately, neither of us brought a camera.
Seems like a lack of foresight on your part.
I can't believe the well got polluted.
Ah, you're back. Thanks again for helping me get Timaeus to the doctor. Please, take this Mora as a small token of our gratitude.
You shouldn't have. I barely lifted a finger. Well, that's gotta be an understatement. I doubt you carried me all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy by one finger. Honorary knight. I can't thank you enough. Please, let us give you something for your efforts.
Paimon thinks you're misunderstanding what that phrase means, but okay.
He's a little slow in the head.
You'll
so-
have to excuse him. I think his efforts to learn the local dialect have fried the language part of his brain.
All right, well, no more studying for you. Go get some rest. Doctor's orders. And if you take a turn for the worse, get back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away.
By the way, where did Lanyan go?
Ah, yes. I almost forgot to mention. She said she went to catch up with Director Hu. She told me to pass on the message.
Wait, so she left?
Yingera, I'd like 3. Oh, what's this? Is Sense of Spring under new management?
Perish the thought. Miss Ying and I had to run an errand, so I'm just watching the shop until she gets back.
I see. Well, Miss Temporary New Management, can I trouble you for 3 boxes of red dust under rolling clouds?
Red dust under rolling clouds. I think that rings a bell. Not a scent the average young lady would choose, though.
Correct, so you probably won't find it on the shelves, more likely hidden in a corner at the back somewhere. Would you mind digging it out?
Not at all. One moment. Here. Is this what you're looking for? If I'm not mistaken, it's used exclusively for ritual purposes.
Oh, a lady of culture, I see. This is not common knowledge. Culture, you say?
Let me wrap this up for you.
Wait, I see it now. You're from the long lineage of Chen Yuville, aren't you?
Huh? How can you tell?
Your hairpiece, it's a jade plume silverwing, one of the three immortals, a Chao-Du. Am I right or am I right?
How did... Sorry, who are you?
Let's just say I'm a fellow lady of culture, but alas, I'm gonna rest today, so I'll have to say goodbye for now. I hope we meet again soon, Miss Temporary New Management.
Huh? Grandpa was right. Liyue Harbor is full of hidden talents. I would never have expected the average perfume customer to be so knowledgeable.
Director Who? I gotta say, that outfit looks really good on you.
Why, thank you, Miss Jing'er. I was just procuring some perfume from your fine establishment. Your temporary replacement provided magnificent service.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Wait, Director Who?
Hey, we're back. Thanks for watching the store, Madame Lan.
Miss Ying'er, that person you spoke to just now. Who was that?
Hu Tao. Director Hu Tao of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Huh? But I thought she wore the funeral parlor uniform. With the Harmony hexagram hat?
I guess she just changed into something more festive for the festival.
Shoot! I was face to face with her. And I had no idea. Sorry, Miss Ying'er. Something's come up. Please let the others know I had to leave.
Huh? What could possibly be so urgent?
And then she just ran off after Hu Tao. Weird.
Maybe we'll find her at the parlor?
Are you going to look for her? If so, could you take this with you? I just found it in the store.
Huh? Wait, isn't this one of those rattan figures?
Whatever it is, we don't sell them. So I'm guessing Madame Lan left it here by accident.
Yeah, well, she definitely makes these. Although, this one's pretty different from the one she made for the street fair. Plus, it has a sigil on it for some reason.
Not the kind of thing you see every day, that's for sure. It could be important, so if it does belong to Madame Lan, I'd like to get it back to her as soon as possible.
Well, then let's head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor again. Whatever it's for, the sooner she gets it back, the better.
Off we go. Oh, I missed that one.
Try and stop me!
Hey, Miss Undertaker! Are Hu Tao and Madame Lan back yet?
Sorry, I'm afraid not.
Really? How strange.
Just can't catch them.
They were definitely heading this way. Maybe Hu Tao had another appointment. Any idea where we might find them?
If it was anything business related, I expect the director would have let me know. I was aware she had a meeting earlier today, for instance. But she doesn't keep me informed about her private affairs.
So you're saying Hu Tao is dealing with private matter?
It's possible. The director seems to have had a lot on her mind lately. In the past, she'd usually show up to work in the mid-morning. But recently, she's been getting here before the sun's up. She said she's had trouble sleeping and has been dreaming more than usual.
Trouble sleeping? Are we talking talking about the same Hu Tao here. That doesn't sound like her at all.
You might want to talk to our consultant, Zhongli. He's closer to her than I am.
Is he around?
Oh, good idea. How did we not think of that? So, where could we find him? Probably sipping tea somewhere, right?
He's just across the road on the second floor, watching an opera. If you listen carefully, you might be able to hear it.
Seems like Zhongli is the only one taking it easy today. Let's go say hi.
I forgot her name. Was it Yunjin? The singer?
So much stuff.
I'll launch these real quick. It was Yunjin. Ah, it's Shori. Just barely caught a glimpse of her out the decks. Remarkable, Miss Yunjin. Miss Yun, you have breathed fresh life into the old classic, and I dare say surpassed the original. You flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. I'm just glad my voice held out. I'm a little out of practice.
Nonsense, Miss Yun. You were as stunning as ever. And if that was you out of practice, well, the official Lantern Rite performance is sure to be truly sensational.
Hey, Zhongli! Hey, Yunjin! How's it going?
Wow, Traveler and Paimon, what a lovely surprise. It's been too long, old friends. Are you here for the opera?
Oh dear, what a pity. I'm afraid you just missed today's performance. And Miss Yun needs to rest her voice now, or she'll strain it.
It's okay, Tea Master Liu. These two are good friends of mine. If they'd like to hear me sing, a few more minutes won't do me any harm.
Aw, thanks, Yunjin. But hopefully you don't think we came here just to show up late and demand a private performance.
Oh, of course not. I'm guessing you're here for Mr. Zhongli, then? Oh, and how might I be of assistance?
Okay, so a friend of ours left something behind at a shop. We're trying to return it to her, and all we know is she's probably with Hu Tao. Any idea where Hu Tao might be?
The director is a free spirit who roams far and wide. She could be almost anywhere.
Oh! Great, well this is just fantastic.
Is there something important? Nothing left behind, I mean.
That's the thing. We don't know what it's for, but we want to get it back to her as soon as possible just in case she really needs it.
It's this.
Oh, goodness! That's what you're trying to get back to her? But isn't that a pentad rattan?
Pentad? Pentad rattan, so you recognize this?
Haven't you heard? The word on the street is that the patriarch of the Feiyun Commerce Guild has fallen gravely ill. They say his family found an ominous-looking rattan figure in his bedroom, and there was a pentad fortune conveyance talisman on it. That cursed thing must have been put there to steal his good fortune. It's destroying his health, wealth, and every other good thing in his life. And based on the description, your rattan figure looks suspiciously similar. It could even be the one that... get it away from me. I don't want that thing anywhere near me.
Relax, it's fine. This one definitely belongs to Madame Lan. Besides, we've had it on us this whole time and nothing bad's happened to us yet.
Madame Lan, you mean from the Chenyu Vale Arson Association?
Oh, now that would explain a lot. The Lans of Chenyu Vale practice Chi-Men magic. This pentad fortune conveyance business would be right up their alley. This leaves only one question unanswered. Namely, Why would the Lons of Chenyu Vale have a bone to pick with the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
What? Will you listen to yourself? You can't seriously believe all that. You'd sooner convince Paimon that Rex Lapis was a slime.
Huh, the latter is certainly a more compelling theory. Master Leo, you appear to have been misinformed by these rumors, and also failed to notice the Guiyan sigil on this particular rattan figure.
Oh? Please enlighten me, Mr. Zhongli.
This is the sign of Vice Rabada, one of the 4 main exorcism sigils, a most upstanding and auspicious sign, but by no means cursed. As a matter of fact, a series of fortune coins bearing the exorcism sigils recently entered circulation in Liyue Harbor. I'm somewhat surprised that you didn't recognize it, Mr. Liu.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I remember now. Thank you for jogging my memory, Mr. Zhongli. I am humbled by your superior erudition.
This makes way more sense than Madame Long going around trying to curse people to death.
I guess the rattan figure they found in his lordship's room must have been put there by someone in the family who brings good luck.
In that case, there's a good chance Madame Long also purposely left this behind to keep Timaeus safe and well.
It's in all likelihood, yes.
Guess we don't need to find her so urgently after all. We were just worried that losing this might have ruined her plans. But that said, what did she need Hu Tao for anyway? And what is Hu Tao up to that's keeping her so busy? Paimon has a bad feeling about it for some reason.
Any ideas, Zhongli? The director's mind is a labyrinth I could not hope to comprehend. She probably has more things she has to think about than the rest of us combined.
Are any of those thoughts the kind that might keep someone up at night?
She has never mentioned that. But as the director of Wangshan Funeral Parlor, she has a solemn duty to balance the forces of life and death in Liyue. I would be surprised and even a little unsettled if she were truly as carefree as she appears. I agree. I've known Hu Tao for a while now, and for all her eccentricities, she takes pride in what she does. As her friends, we should just be there for her when she needs us. Indeed, the director's competence is the only reason I can afford to sit here enjoying a fine cup of tea and listening to the opera.
Having a competent boss isn't an excuse to slack off, you know.
I think Mr. Zhongli just means you should have faith in Hu Tao. There's no need to worry about her so much.
Fair point. Somehow seeing how calm Zhongli is about the whole thing does make Paimon feel much more at ease.
You two ought to be out there enjoying the festivities. The lantern only comes once a year, so make the most of it. If you're still worried, take this. This is a fortune coin. It has recently become customary to give them as gifts. So in the spirit of the season, this is my gift to you.
Wow! Zhongli actually left the house with cash? Now this is a lantern right to remember.
Goodness gracious! Mr. Zhongli, that looks like a very special coin you have there. Is that one of the fabled Rex coins?
Rex coin?
Yes. Look at the design on the face. It's quite different from the typical coins you see in circulation. It appears to be a symbol of Rex Lapis. There's no doubt about it. This is a Rex coin, which means it once passed through the hands of the Lord of Geo himself.
Wonder how that happened. This is simply a curio I picked up from the street vendor, Master Liu. Almost certainly a replica, but I can introduce you to the vendor if you are interested.
Oh, so it's just a souvenir then? I assumed it was a family heirloom of great value.
Huh, traveler, please take this. May bring you fortune when your mind is troubled.
So it's an anti-anxiety coin? How is that supposed to work?
Well, even if the coin itself is a replica, the symbol of Rex Lapis is still genuine. And if the symbol is real, so are its effects. So as long as you have this coin, Rex Lapis will always be with you. Mr. Zhongli, would you mind showing me to the vendor from whom you acquired this coin? I wouldn't mind procuring a little of the Lord of Geo's good fortune for myself.
Very well, the walk will do me good. Friends, may we meet again soon. By the way, I'll be performing the Sanctification of Tao Du on the day of the Lantern Rite. That's the one I was just practicing earlier. It's only been a few days away now. I'd be honored if you could come and support me.
Oh, that's what you were singing just now? Paimon definitely wants to hear the full thing. We'll be there. We were actually learning about the 8 Adepts earlier, but we never found out who the 3 Beasts of Tao Du were.
Oh, really? Well, for starters, the 3 Beasts of Tao Du are also known as the 3 Immortals of Tao Du. They were the lone butterfly of the Crimson Flame, the jade plumed Silverwing, and the gold-eyed Sedalian Mare. Three auspicious beasts, all with the power to take on human form.
Oh, so they really weren't human, huh? The lone butterfly sounds pretty self-explanatory, but what about the Silverwing and Celadon Mare? What kind of creatures were they?
Silverwing was a swallow, and the Celadon Mare was a white horse. Legend holds that after purifying the Tao Dew, Silverwing and Wind Reader went wandering together, but the white horse retreated into seclusion. Have you ever read Moonlit Bamboo Forest? That story mentions a white horse that roamed the Chingsei mountain range. A lot of people think she was the golden-eyed Celadon Mare.
Oh, cool! So, what about the butterfly? What did they get up to?
The lone butterfly gave her life during the purification spell. She was the only one of the 8 to sacrifice herself in this way. Even though the 8 had remarkable powers, purifying a god of Tao Du's caliber was no mean feat. They had to resort to a secret art called the 7 and 8 Gates Array. The method involves obfuscating one of the gates so that evil can't escape. The lone butterfly was in charge of the gate that had chosen to be obfuscated, and so she disappeared from the world in the process.
Oh, that's so tragic.
But all was not lost. According to the legend, Old Man Wulong, another of the eight who looked up to her a lot, took her mantle and kept her legacy alive.
Interesting. Huh. And then he taught that to the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, right? Didn't they train under him?
Exactly. That's where it feels like the fate came into play. After giving her life to restore order to the realm of the dead, some chance meetings ensued that future generations continued using her methods to guard the border between life and death. So although she herself disappeared from the world, her mission to protect Liyue is still alive and well, thousands of years on. Anyway, that's basically the whole story of how the 8 adepts purified the Tao Du.
Now we finally have names for the full roster. Thanks, Yunjin.
My pleasure. I haven't poured this opera in a long time, so I still have a fair bit of brushing up to do before I'm ready. Don't practice too much or I tire your voice out. Ha, thanks. I appreciate it. See you around.
Hey guys! Are you finally done? I've been waiting forever! Huh? Oh, Xiangling, what are you doing here? Tracking you guys down, obviously. You really made me work for it, too.
We're also on a wild goose chase
Honestly
here.
a little rich that you're out here telling everyone else to take care of themselves and keep a good work-life balance when you are apparently too busy to eat. Keep this up and I'll have to drag you to the dinner table and force-feed you my delicious cooking against your will. Here we are. I present to you Chef Xiangling's newest creation, Drunken Plums in Snow. You must be starving, surely. Go on, dig in. Wow, this is so nice of you, Xiangling. Paimon hadn't noticed how hungry she had gotten, but smelling that food is making Paimon ravenous. Sounds like you have a tough life, hey, Paimon? Sometimes you feast, but sometimes the traveler lets you go hungry. You should ditch the traveler and hang with me from now on. You'll never go hungry again. Ooh, now that is a tempting offer.
At least I've never charged you for a single meal.
That may be true, but you also pretty much never feed Paimon on time. I was only kidding. I know Paimon loves to eat, but I think it'd take more than food to pry her away from your side. Anyway, enough about that. Time for you guys to eat. Whatever your plans are after this, they'll go much better on a full stomach.
Part 1. Alright.
Class.
2 days later, huh? Let's see, I saw Chori somewhere on the docks. Where was she? First give that a smack. There she is.
Rev the engines! The design of this lantern is exquisite. Definitely worth the trip.
Here you go. One for you. Yours truly. Put one of those there. Rainbow rose. Butterfly. That'll do. For you? No.
Oh, for me? Thank you. Ah, lovely detail around the border. Looks like you put a lot of care into this. Thank you. I'll take good care of it. By the way, do you know who designed this lantern?
Which one?
It's
There's
beautiful.
kind of a million in the sky.
And the way the light shines through is so imaginative. Huh. I wonder if the design took inspiration from some of Liyue's ancient legends. I feel like I've seen a similar pattern in a book before. Oh, I'd love to speak with the person who made it. I might even get some ideas for a new collection along the way. All right, I'm going to ask around.
Good luck with that. Now, who else can I find around? Oh, there's Zongli again. Can I give you a
So,
thing?
Mr. Zhongli, where exactly is this vendor stall?
Gone, it seems. Perhaps they sold all their stock and moved on.
You're not making this all up, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it. Can I find anyone else around here? Mika! Huh, this doesn't seem right either. These gift envelopes are really hard to make. Mika, are you making gift envelopes? Ah, Traveler, what a coincidence. I was expecting to see you here. Are you here to celebrate Lantern Rite? Oh, no, I came to deliver a letter, and it was just so happened to be during Lantern Rite. Chris said she really wanted a Lantern Rite gift envelope, so I thought about buying one to take back. Imagine my surprise when I found you had to make them yourself. I spent a long time trying to make one, but it still feels off for some reason. I can't tell where I went wrong. Traveler, you must know about Liyue customs more than me. Could you give me some advice on how to improve it? Ah, I guess this is how it's supposed to learn, huh? Put a butterfly there. Ah, reached the limit. Alright then. Wow, it's beautiful, so well made, and you did it so fast. You're amazing, Traveler. Oh no, I really should get going. I need to report back to the Knights. Thank you for your help, Traveler. I'm sure Cleo will love the envelope. Alright then. I saw a telescope here. We'll do that and then let's fast forward the day.
I can't wait to see my daughter.
Where are you? Oh.
Incoming!
Where is this one? It seems like the most suitable spot. Ah, there you are. Are those gonna shoot off? Even hill cheers like fireworks, huh?
Stands guard.
It's been a fun little Lantern Rite story so far. I'm very interested to see where it's gonna go with all this sickness and advanced aging.
It's been 2 whole days. Surely Hu Tao must have finished her work by now. Let's go to the funeral parlor and check. Incoming. Hey there! It's us again!
Hello, you two. I'm so sorry, but if you're looking for the director, I'm afraid she still hasn't returned.
Really now?
What? She still isn't back after 2 whole days?
Is that normal?
Not exactly, but it's not unheard of. The director is unpredictable sometimes. She's been known to disappear for up to 2 weeks.
Okay, well, in that case, a couple of days isn't a huge deal. Hu Tao will be Hu Tao.
So it seems. Hey, I saw Traveler and Paimon. Man, how long it's been. Happy Lantern, right? Hey, Gaming.
Oh, hey, Gaming.
Happy Lantern, right, Gaming?
So, what brings you here?
I gotta make a delivery to Tenyu Vale. It works out nicely because my dad's eager for me to get home for the holidays anyway. So 2 birds with 1 stone.
Hold on. A delivery from the Wangsheng funeral parlor to Chenyu Vale? Is this for the Feiyun Commerce Guild by any chance?
Wait, what? Have Have you been learning fortune telling or something? How could you know that?
No. We just ran into Singcho a couple of days ago, so he told us the news.
Ooh, you scared me for a second there. I thought we sprung a leak on one job that we specifically told to be extremely hush-hush. But it sounds like you found out from another source, so we're all good. Mr. Undertaker, is everything ready to be loaded up? So I'll do a quick inventory to count, and then we'll be on our way.
The goods are ready for inspection. This way, please.
Wait, Gaming! The last we heard, Baiju was still trying to figure out a way to help Singcho's great-grandfather. So, did it not work then?
Oh, the Baizu part is news to me, but anyway, the master from the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that they want to ship some items back home to get ahead of the situation. I guess they're hoping for the best and planning for the worst, so don't worry, there's still hope.
Ah, gotcha. Hey, Traveler, do you think we should go see Singcho?
Before you went off like on a wild goose chase, Master Chingchu was already back home in the Chinyu Vale. He and his brother made the trip together. Something about checking if any repairs are needed at the family home.
That doesn't sound promising.
Let's check it in with Baizu.
Yeah, he's sure to know what's going on.
Alright, well I better get going. Next time we're going for dim sum.
Baiju,
Speak
what
of the
are
doctor.
chances? We were just about to go looking for you.
The most curious coincidence, he was searching for you too.
I was indeed. Traveler, there's a situation I need your help with.
Has his lordship taken a turn for the worse?
No, his condition is stable for now. This is a different situation. It's about Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi? What's wrong with her? Has she passed out too?
Well, she's already dead.
She still hasn't come back from her herb gathering trip. It was 2 days ago that she left, and she was supposed to return the same day.
Oh, maybe all the mountain climbing slowed her down. Or maybe she got bored of work and turned it into a vacation.
Given Chi-Chi's unique condition, we always make sure to write the agreed return time in her notebook.
There's also a rule in the notebook which says no finding herbs. Not finding herbs, okay. Getting home late, not okay. But she's now over a day late and still no sign of herbs.
Yikes! Has this ever happened before?
Never. Hence our concern that something has happened to her. So we posted a commission at the Adventurers Guild yesterday.
But I've dealt with many adventurers in the past, and they don't always fill me with confidence. So I'm not comfortable leaving the search for Chi-Chi to them alone.
We're on it. Neither am I. Just this morning, some of the adventurers were back already, saying that they found a place where Chi-Chi went missing, but got spooked because it was haunted. Needless to say, they did not catch a glimpse of Chi-Chi herself.
In short, right now, you are the only person I feel I can trust completely.
Where'd you send her to gather herbs?
Wuwang Hill, in the Chingsa mountain range.
Chingsa again, huh?
Indeed. It's looking increasingly likely that something untoward has happened up there. I saw 2 new patients yesterday. Their symptoms were identical to those present in Timaeus and his lordship.
We can discuss this later. Right now, we should go help.
Yep, finding Chi-Chi is the #1 priority right now. We'll update you as soon as we can.
Thank you both. I'm counting on you.
Funeral parlor has no master. Eugene Terrence calls the troops. Leeway. It's nice to be back in the older lands, though. Can't deny that.
Is it just Paimon, or is this place creepier than ever? Paimon really hopes Chi-Chi's okay.
Rise with us! Fulfill our pact! Show no mercy!
Look! It's another one of Lan Yan's rattan figures! Does that mean she's been here?
Probably, and likely with Hu Tao.
Just what are they up to? Oh, Paimon's got it! They came here to go ghost hunting! The people from the Adventurers Guild did say Wuwang Hill was haunted. Hootown knows all about ghosts, and Lan Yan's rattan figures have all those witness sigils on them. So she must know what she's doing too.
Then what happened to Chi-Chi?
One second. Oh, okay. Hear Paimon out. Chi-Chi's a zombie, so her joints are stiff. That means she can't run too fast, and so she must have gotten kidnapped by a ghost.
A perfectly logical argument, but somehow still not very credible.
All right then. Well, let's keep looking for clues. We'll see who's right soon enough. Huh? What was that sound?
Something spooky?
Ah! Ghost incoming!
Yelan! Hold up, it's me.
Yelan? What are you doing here? We were told this place was haunted. Well, guess it kinda was, just not by ghosts apparently.
Huh, that's right. I managed to scare off a few rookie adventurers, but looks like you're not so easy to spook. Anyway, don't go any further. There's danger up ahead.
But we have to find Chi-Chi. She went missing around here and she could be in danger.
I'm aware of the situation. My contacts in the Adventurers Guild filled me in. I found an herb gathering basket partway up the hill mountain, possibly belonging to Chi-Chi, but I don't think she's here anymore.
Huh. What makes you so sure?
Because I scoured the whole place when looking for clues. That's how I know that the immediate area is safe, but beyond this point, I can't be sure. So you're here to look for Chi-Chi as well? No, I'm investigating the unknown disturbance here. About a month ago, the Ministry of Civil Affairs noticed an unusual spike in the number of elderly people seeking medical care in Qingse village. Plus, they all seem to be suffering from an unknown illness.
Baju noticed that too. He's convinced that something's up in Qingse village.
Actually, we discovered that the source of the problem isn't Qingse village itself, but where we are now, Wuwang Hill. But the village isn't far from here, and the elderly residents are particularly vulnerable, which is why they've borne the brunt of it.
Huh. The plot thickens.
I'll bet Hootown and Lanyan know something.
Probably. If only we knew where the heck they've gone.
I might have some idea.
Really? So where are they?
Somewhere difficult to reach. From now, you two should come with me. We need to speak with Ningguang.
What? Why?
Don't act so surprised. I just shared top secret information with you. Surely you wouldn't think I would let you walk away.
What are you gonna do?
I'm kidding. Ningguang is well aware of the situation with Director Hu, and everything I've seen suggests that Lanyan and Chi-Chi have ended up in the same place as her. Come on, Ningguang will explain everything. Kujo-Sara? I guess she's the next one we're gonna make an envelope for. In the past, I would have said no way. I mean, I'd be happy to join you, but I'm not about to tell my crew they won't get to go to home for the festival this year. That all goes without saying, unlike what I hope you're going to say next. Huh, you sure have a way with words. Alright, fine, it's a yes. The gate of Fry Guyun Stone Force, yeah? I'll handle it. I knew I could count on the great Captain Beto to answer the call of duty. Save the compliments, just make sure you pay my crew properly. It's Lantern Rite, so they'll be expecting 5 times the usual rate. Huh, the deal's settled, the deal's sealed, and then the trap is sprung. Well, you've got me now. So what about your share, How much will you rob me of? Oh, please. Firstly, no one can rob the Qingshuan. Not even me. And secondly, keep my share. It's my gift to you. Go buy yourself a new hairpin with it. Saves me a trip to the market, right? Missed you, Beto. Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon.
Ahoy there, Captain Beto!
Ah, little Paimon, the bright-eyed enthusiasm is exactly what Ningguang needs. She's conscripting you, she's conscripting you, by the way. Got some real back-breaking work lined up for you.
What?
Sorry, I gotta dash. See you around, folks. Bye, Beto. Oh yeah, and happy Lantern Rite. Yelan clearly knows me well, and she brought Yuti here without meaning to say a word. Beto said you were conscripting us? Beto never passes an opportunity to wisecrack at my expense. She's not exactly wrong, though, is she? Travel and Paimon have actually been there before. That makes them the perfect candidates.
Been where? Where's there?
I know you're looking for someone, and I don't wish to waste your time, so I'll get right to the point. From what I understand, Dr. Hu Tao, Miss Chi-Chi, and Miss Yilanlan are currently stranded inside the border.
Border? The border? That border?
And how'd that happen? Yes, that border. The border between life and death.
Whoa! When did you find out about the border? Wait, and how did you know we'd been there before?
Come on.
Oh, right. Literally your job to know that kind of stuff. Fair enough. Good job.
How are you so sure they're at the border? Time is limited, so I can't go into full detail, but let me give you a brief background on the current situation. 1 month ago, the Ministry of Civil Affairs became aware of the unusual illness affecting the elderly of Qingse. A couple weeks later, Director Hu came to report a potential disturbance in the border. The Ministry of Civil Affairs investigated and sure enough, found an ominous presence on Wuwang Hill. Then 3 days ago, Hu Tao came to us again, this time to update us on that she was now ready to go to the border and investigate the situation in full. We had agreed to meet again yesterday, but she failed to show up. That's when I sent Yelan to investigate further. Director Hu's last known location was Wuwang Hill. Same goes for Chi-Chi and Lanyan. I'm about 90% sure all the 3 of them were stuck in the border.
If even Hu Tao can't get out, there must be something seriously wrong.
Now that you know the situation, are you willing to travel to the border and rescue Hu Tao and your companion and company? Your prior experience exploring that realm will make you our best hope.
Of course! If our friends are in trouble, we'll help however we can. But there's one problem. Last time we went to the border, Hu Tao led the way. We don't know how to get there on our own.
I'm guessing Ningguang already thought of that? You can seek assistance from the Conqueror of Demons at Wangshu Inn. He'll show you the way.
Oh, Xiao, of course!
Zhao. Yelan was preparing to travel the border herself before you two entered the picture, so naturally he has been briefed of the situation. Understood. We'll help right away then. The rescue mission is of utmost importance. Director Hu must be brought back safe and sound. Consider it done. Then I'll wait here for your good news. We got lucky. If I'd gone, I don't know what my chances would have been. Don't go putting your feet up just yet, Yelan. I'm afraid I have another mission for you. Yeah, I figured that might be the case. What's the situation? The gate array. We've now found the location of the gates of life, concealment, fright, and injury. Is that right? Ketchingan and Ganyu are handling the gate of life and concealment, and Captain Beto has agreed to take the correct speed to guard the gate of fright. That leaves the gate of injury. I racked my brains and other than the Conqueror of Demons, I can't think of anyone more suitable for this than you. Oh. I see. It's in the chasm. That's right. As for the remaining 4 gates, we are working to calculate their positions based on what we know of the array so far. It shouldn't take long now. When I last saw Director Hu, she said it was a worst comes to worst. She said that if worst comes to worst, activating the 7 and 8 gates array may be our only option. But if you have doubts, I would like to hear them. I don't know much about this magic array, but it doesn't involve obfuscating one of the people involved. That is what troubles me too. Let's continue the discussion another time. What is going on here?
Rise like smoke!
Anyone else lingering around so I can give an envelope to? I don't see anyone here at least.
Full throttle!
Do they allow motorbikes in the inn? Hey, Zhao. Long time no see.
Zhao, you're already here!
It's you two. Where's Zaylon? There's been a change of plan. Do you have any idea how dangerous this mission is?
We'll be fine! Danger's never stopped the Traveler before, has it?
Yep. The border between life and death is a treacherous place at the best of times, and recent disturbances will only make it more so. You will face a great peril at every step of the way. There are people stranded there, and we have to go get them.
Exactly! Plus, we made a promise to Ningguang.
Please go back and tell them to send Yelan instead.
What? Are we not good enough?
I would feel more comfortable sending Yelan. She is privy to a secret art practiced by our clan. Plus, she has extensive experience in battle. If anything were to happen to you...
Oh, so you're just worried for her safety. Wait, but she has extensive experience in battle too!
More than you, arguably.
Come on, think of something!
We promised Zhongli we would go too.
Huh? What do you...
Here.
Oh, yeah, so, this is a protective talisman that Zhongli gave us. It even has the symbol of Rex Lapis on it, see? He said
Very
we
convincing,
better
Paimon.
get
Good
Hu
job.
Tao back, safe and sound, or there will be consequences.
Your attempts to mislead me are futile. That coin is clearly a counterfeit. It carries only the symbol of Rex Lapis, and none of its power.
Oh, drat! Zhongli swindled us!
What's worrying you, Zhao? I fear the bad karma I carry would only disturb the border further. So while I can show you the entrance, I cannot venture inside with you.
Oh, so that's what this is about? You're worried that you won't be able to rescue us if something bad happens, huh? Paimon can understand, but still.
I'm not the one you should be worried about.
Right! Hu Tao understands the border better than anyone. Without her, no one has a clue how to handle this situation.
Plus, we've been there before.
Yep, that makes us the second most experienced border goers after Hu Tao.
Dare to trust us. Very well, then hold tight.
Whoa, that was fast.
The border should be nearby.
So, do you know the spell to open the border?
No, balancing the forces of life and death has always been the Wangshen funeral parlor's domain. I'm not familiar with their craft. But since the border has been disrupted, Vector is leaking out. We simply need to find where it leaks, and that will be your entrance. We're conquering!
That was amazing! So you can see Fetter?
With my depth of perception, I can sense the presence of the abnormal. Whether it's Fetter or not, we shall see soon enough. Let's go.
Monsters!
The Federals have sent them their frenzy.
Boring! Here!
I don't see the orb somewhere. Is there not another one here? Ah, there it is. This is a place.
Looks like it was Fetter you saw back there after all.
As I said earlier, this is as far as I can accompany you, or I risk doing more harm than good. You'll be on your own from here. Don't worry, we'll be okay. Lean your head in for a second. gonna try to say that.
Huh? What did you do?
I placed a witness sigil on your forehead so you can share my powers of perception. Now you'll be able to see the feather. There's no knowing what things are like in there, but hopefully this will help. When you find them, call my name. I'll open a passage and pull you out.
Thanks, Xiao. You've thought of everything. Back in a jiffy.
Be extremely careful. Ah, he cares about us so much.
There's still a long road ahead.
We're gonna have some fun with a different team. More leeway focused.
Got a job for me? I trust you have packed ample foodstuffs.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Paimon kinda recognizes this place from last time, but something feels different.
I do not remember the past event that... I don't remember doing a border crossing before in the past.
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward!
The path ends here. Should we jump down? Isn't that how we did it last time?
I don't remember last time. When did this last time actually happen? I don't know.
Huh. We're nearly at the end, right? How come we still haven't found them yet? Also, it's kind of hard to tell that there's been a huge disaster here. It seems just as serene as last time. Maybe try using Xiao's ability.
Over this way.
By royal Unleash!
Hey, that's one of Madame Lan's rattan figures! It just ran away! Let's go after it!
Oh, come on here. Get over here, little thing.
The rattan figure is covered in feather. How did that happen? Let's see if there are any more. Why would Madame Lan leave her rattan figures here? It's like she's using them to cast some sort of spell. Well, if there's two, Paimon bets there's gotta be more.
Ah. Into your little socket. Come on. Whoop, something's happening. Was that a good or bad quake?
sleep. Get ready to jump again.
I'm sleepy. Don't fall asleep, Chi-Chi. You've already absorbed too much feather. If you fall asleep, you'll never wake up again. But so sleepy.
Focus on my voice, Chi-Chi. You are not feeling sleepy. You are the most awake person in the whole world. Even if everyone else falls asleep, you are going to stay wide awake.
Sounds like a curse more than a blessing. Whole world asleep. Chi-Chi awake. That was impressive. I didn't know hypnotism could work in reverse.
Even so, it doesn't really solve anything.
Hang in there. I'm close to figuring out how to get to the exit. Want to close my eyes and dream.
Fight it, Chi-Chi. Fight it.
A dream, huh? Alright, Chi-Chi, let me help you with that. Now listen closely. This is how your dream is gonna go. Picking herbs in the blazing sun, Chi-Chi wipes her brow. Picking herbs, Chi-Chi. She finds a temple on a hill and goes to seek the Tao. Temple on a hill. An old priest greets her at the door. Surprise! And her name's Hu Tao. Hu Tao? She grabs young Chi-Chi with both hands and buries her deep underground. By Rex Lapis, she'll never be found. No, don't bury me. Help. Not so sleepy now, are you? No, wide awake with fright.
Drat! Hu Tao, we've got a problem. Somehow they've broken through my illusion.
The monsters, you mean? Monsters.
Don't be afraid, Chi-Chi. We'll protect you.
Are we the monsters?
Hu Tao, Madame Lan, Chi-Chi! Oh, thank goodness we finally found you.
What the? Oh, so is you guys. Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, you frightened me for a second. I thought my illusion had been undone by a bunch of monsters. How did you find this place?
Let me guess, the Taishan sent you. I knew she'd act if I missed our meetings.
Wow, so Hu Tao really planned ahead. She knew someone would come after her.
It's dangerous here. Let's get out of here first.
It's not as simple as that. This place is changing constantly. Director Hu has found the exit plenty of times, but it would always close before we can get to it.
Don't worry, we've got you covered.
Joe! You found them? Oh, the Conqueror of Demons is coming. Why, thank you. No need. I'll open the passage now. Monsters.
Drat! They must have sensed the new way out.
Huh, let them come. It's their funeral, courtesy of Director Hu. This'll take me a minute or so.
Hurry, we gotta fend them off!
I'll help too.
Go. Butterfly! Dancing in the wind!
This land is not the most comfortable to fight on.
Wheel of life. Closing in. Yeah. Ills be gone. Yeah.
She does play pretty cool, Lanyan. I just don't know if I want to use my pulls on her or wait for the next girl.
You see, Xiao? Told you we'd be fine.
I'm glad you made it out.
Excuse me, sir. But are you the legendary conqueror of demons?
You may spare the formalities. Is everyone okay? We're alright, but Chi-Chi absorbed a little too much feather. Start with the beginning. What exactly happened? I was picking herbs, then I saw a hole. I tried to block the hole, but instead I fell in.
There's clearly something special about Chi-Chi. If I'd absorbed that much fetter, I don't think I'd still be around to tell the tale.
Must be because she's a zombie. Chi-Chi's condition is certainly unique, but regardless, it was still a risky call.
Well then, let's get her to Boo Boo Pharmacy, shall we?
I'll take her. Your work is still not done, so you should return to Eugene Terrace.
Oh, true. We shouldn't keep Ningguang waiting any longer. She's probably as stressed as a slime in a hot spring by this point, right?
I highly doubt it.
Okay, well, we can discuss that later. Let's just head back.
Let's go from this one.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
That's quite the map you've got there.
Ningguang! Ningguang! We got everyone back safely!
Impressive work, Traveler. You were even quicker than I expected.
Paimon thought you'd be super anxious having to wait for us here at Eugene Terrace, but you seem as calm as ever.
See, and you thought she'd be hopping around like a slime. Huh, if I can't trust you, then I really don't know who I can turn to. My apologies, Lady Taishuan. I promise I'm not usually late for appointments, let alone a whole day. Hope you can understand. No apology necessary, Director Hu. It was my mistake letting you go to the border by yourself. Don't say that. Even I didn't think the situation would go this badly. And how bad is this bad? I'd like to know, too, how dangerous is the situation we face, and how does it compare to the previous cases? Way worse, like way worse.
Huh? So this isn't the first time? I've never heard of this happening before.
Well, don't forget, the border isn't part of the natural landscape. It's more like an old house that's gradually falling apart. So it requires maintenance every once in a while, sometimes every few centuries, sometimes every other decade or so, and so on. That is the responsibility of the Wangshan Funeral Parlor. In the past, though, and the worst it got was a small feather leaks. That's an easy fix with our secret art. It burns it all away, no problem. But this time it's different. Inside the border, it was like a whole world had been turned upside down. Do you have any idea what the cause might be? Not so far, no. Could it be the Abyss? I doubt it. I haven't found any traces of abyssal activity.
You're thinking about Natlan, right? It did feel kind of similar, but not exactly the same. Is Liyue's border anything like the Night Kingdom in Natlan?
Yes, I've heard a little about the crisis there, but as far as I understand, the Night Kingdom is a true realm of the dead, while the border is more of a boundary world between life and death. Yes, it's like a demarcation line, life on the side, death on the other. So if the border fails, souls will pour out, and the whole thing becomes a chaotic mix of life and death, just like what happened all those millennia ago.
No wonder so many people have been aging faster than normal.
It's a symptom of the death encroaching on this world of the living.
Then what should we do now?
Burning away the fetter won't do any good, because the issue is in the border itself. Lady Taishuan, any progress on the 7 and 8 gates method I mentioned last time? Yes, we've deduced the location of 4 of the gates, and we should be able to pinpoint the rest of the array before long. Whoa, already? The Taishuan doesn't mess around. Several strokes of luck were involved. Our nation is blessed with good fortune.
Wait a second. That gates method you mentioned. Are you talking about the one from the sanctification of Tao Du?
That's the one. You've seen the state of the border. I can't think of any other way to fix it besides a complete do-over.
Do-over? You mean make a whole new border?
No, not the whole border, just the part that's been giving us grief, which is just as well. Reconstructing the whole thing would be much more difficult. And what is this 7 and 8 gates method? The 8 gates refer to 8 key nodes in Liyue's ley lines: life, death, repose, concealment, imitation, terrain, fright, and injury. They can be used to direct the ley line energies.
And the 7?
That's the requirement for activating the array. The array master will select one of the gates from the 8 to subdue evil, cutting off its exit path by using the ley line's power to obfuscate themselves. Stop making me say that word. I don't know how to say obfuscate. Hard word, I don't like it.
What do you mean, obfuscate?
Obfuscate.
As in, disappear from the ley lines completely, never to be seen again, taking the banished evil along with them.
So someone has to die for this to work? But you can't seriously be considering this.
No, don't worry. That's the traditional interpretation, but people just assume that because the lone butterfly sacrificed herself. But let's not forget, they were purifying a whole god. As things are now, it's still a far cry from what they had to deal with. Besides, the border isn't completely ruined, so we're only fixing one part of it. If you ask me, as long as the Raymaster can withstand a huge blast of feather, that'll be just fine. Oh, do you have any proof to back up this statement, Doctor Who? My proof is that I know most about life and death out of everybody here, unless anyone wants to dispute that. I can't say that. No one? Okay, good. Looks like we're on agreement. In that case, we can plan our next steps as soon as the Taishuan has found the remaining 4 gates. Director Who. Something to add, Lady Taishuan? No, there is something else I'd like to ask about, but it might not be my place to do so. If you do not wish to answer, then please pretend I never said anything. Sure, what is it? Do you believe that today's border crisis could have anything to do with the Wuwang Hill disaster from over a decade ago?
Huh? There was a disaster at Wuwang Hill? What happened?
Some sort of natural disaster, wasn't it? There used to be a village there, but then there was a flood or something. It took a lot of lives, and all the survivors moved away. But that doesn't explain how Wuwang Hill became the dark and gloomy place it is today. Maybe there was more to it.
Phew. No, Lady Taishuan, I don't think the two events are related. Excellent. Well, that puts my mind at ease. Everyone, let's meet here again in 2 days. We should know the location of all the gates by then. Alright, well, I still have a lot of preparations to make, so I'll be heading back to the funeral parlor for now.
Sounds good. If we're all done here, I'd better get going too.
Wait, Lan Yan. Paimon meant to ask, how did you know where to find Hu Tao? Did you already know something was wrong with the border?
Oh, that. Yeah, I definitely owe you an explanation. Why don't you meet me at the Adventurers Guild later? I just need to write a letter to my family first. I want to let them know I'm fine. And I also have some questions I want to ask them.
Alright, then we'll see you at the Adventurers Guild.
Skyward! Scatter!
Traveler! Paimon! Over here! Perfect timing. I literally just posted my letter.
Cool.
Anyway, back to your question. Let me guess. You're probably thinking I predicted the border crisis with some kind of mysterious magic.
Maybe not exactly that.
Well, yeah. Aren't the Lons of Chen Yu Vale all experts at Chiman divination or something?
No, that's simply not true. Yes, the Chiman arts have been practiced in my clan for many generations. And yes, Windreader is listed as one of our ancestors in the genealogy. But my family are only distant relatives. We branched off from the main family line long ago. By my grandpa's generation, the only Chiman he knew was a few parlor tricks. Put it like this. My grandpa makes a living telling fortunes in Yilong Wharf. But I'm making more than him just selling my handmade arts and crafts.
So why exactly did you come to look for Hu Tao?
Because Grandpa's readings have gone sideways recently. The romance and career fortunes are doing okay. But when it comes to longevity, everyone's readings suddenly saying they only have a few years left to live. It gave Grandpa quite a fright. Fearing backlash from his clients, he closed shop and shut himself away at home, trying to divine an answer to the strange readings. But after days and nights of divination, the only clue he got was Wangshang Funeral Parlor. Right around that time, I happened to receive an invitation from the Ministry of Civil Affairs to organize a street fair. So I figured I might as well drop by the funeral parlor. to see what Director Who might know about all this.
Oh. Wait, so your grandpa's divinations were correct all along, weren't they? The longevity readings were affected by the border crisis, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the answer, because they can fix it.
It's certainly looking that way. Apparently, every soul in Liyue is now living under the creeping shadow of death. But so far, we are the only ones in the know.
I have another question. What's the deal with this rattan figure?
Wait, that's the one I left at Miss Yingar's shop. It's actually a product of genuine Chiman art. It's engraved with an exorcism sigil to absorb inauspicious energy in their owner's place, so they won't come to harm. I had no idea you'd been holding on to it all this time. I guess it was meant to be. You're more than welcome to keep it if you like. When I first arrived at Liyue Harbor, I passed by a large house and felt a chill go down my spine. So I made a rattan figure and gave it to the young master there. Later on, I also sensed something similar around Timaeus, so I made another one and left it at Scent of Spring. Then I followed Director Hu to Wuwang Hill, only to find she disappeared without a trace. While I was searching the area, I found Miss Chi-Chi. She was stuck in some kind of crevice, and she seemed to be blocking something from coming through. When I tried to pull her out, we both got pulled into a cold, dark place, which I soon discovered was the border. We wandered around aimlessly for a while, until we ran into Director Hu. She'd lit some incense, and was burning Feder left and right with a flaming staff. But there was just too much. There was no way she could hope to get rid of it all. Worse still, the Feder blocked off the way we'd come in, trapping us inside. Thank goodness you came to our rescue.
Whew, what an ordeal. Still, your family sounds more impressive than you let on. Didn't you use some kind of illusion magic in the border?
Yes. Actually, that and the rattan figures are things I learned from one of my cousins in the main branch of my family. She's been practicing the Chiman art since she was little. She's also the one I posed some questions to in my letter back home.
Questions about the 7-8 gates method?
Wow! Good guess. Yes, I want to know for sure whether sacrificing one of the participants is a necessary part of the method or not. I figured she might know.
Huh? But Hu Tao already told us it won't come to that. She said we just need to make sure the person can withstand a strong blast of Feder.
I certainly hope that's true, but I can't help but feel uneasy about it. I haven't known Director Hu for long, but I get the sense that she prefers to keep the truth bottled up sometimes. Sure, she talks a lot, and isn't afraid to broach dark and uncomfortable topics, but she really hasn't said much in the way of her own private thoughts. It's like she's already got a plan, and is keeping it to herself.
She planning to act as a sacrifice?
You think she lied to us?
I wouldn't call it lying per se, but remember when the Tianquan asked about the incident at Wuwang Hill from a decade ago?
Yep. Hu Tao said that it doesn't have anything to do with what's happening now. Are you saying they actually are related?
Do you know anything about what happened back then, Lanyan?
I just heard that there was a flood. But given everything that's going on, I think it likely had to do with the border as well. That would at least explain the strange weather going on at Wuwang Hill. I remember my cousin saying that around that time, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor set up an altar on top of the hill. I just assumed it was for a funeral. But now, I can't help but wonder if it was some sort of ritual to try and fix the border. Anyway, the ceremony was hosted jointly by two former directors of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, namely Hu Tao's father and grandfather.
Oh, really? Hu Tao's never mentioned her dad to us before. How strange. So you think there's more to the story, huh?
Yeah, but since she brushed it aside when the Tianquan asked her about it, I don't see how I can broach the topic. I've only known her for a few days.
I guess we should go talk to Hu Tao ourselves.
Huh? You think we should ask her about it? But she's never opened up to us about family stuff before. What if she shuts us out?
Then that's our choice. All we can do is try.
Alright, let's go find her and take it from there.
I hope my family will write back to me soon.
Just look for any more familiar faces.
Hotel!
Traveler, Paimon, what's up? We haven't spoken in 5 minutes and you're missing me already?
Yep, so we thought we'd come hang out with you. What were you looking at just now?
Something so amazing you wouldn't believe it, but I'm not showing you. And why? Is this a secret photo of me? Ha, seriously though, you probably shouldn't joke about it like that. You don't want to jinx it. Jinx it how? Well, the people in this picture keep appearing in my dreams lately, and none of them are around anymore, so keeping you out of the picture is probably for the best. Huh, alright, I'll quit joking around. Here, take a look.
Huh? Wait, are they?
Look, Hu Tao, so cute. Aww. Yeah, my dad and my grandpa. Without this picture, I probably have forgotten what my dad looked like by now. When he passed, I was still too young to understand what was going on. Everything I know about my dad, I learned from my grandpa. So, what happened to him? There was a border incident on the Wuong Hill a dozen years ago. My dad tried using the Ardahoma to burn away the fetter, but he slipped up and suffered a lethal exposure to it. He died on the spot.
That's awful. So, is that what made Wuong Hill the way it is today?
Yes, his mistake didn't just cost him his own life, it took most of the village out, and left lasting change on Wuong Hill itself. Thankfully, my grandpa managed to deal with the fallout, but that's not to say he escaped unscathed. He didn't even make it to 60 before he passed. So your grandpa was affected by the incident with your dad. Well, he never admitted to it, of course, but given how fit and healthy he was before that, I would have expected him to have a few more years in him.
Sounds like you blame your dad for all this.
How could I not? It would be one thing if he was just a spoiled brat who never amounted to anything, but he was a genius. He was, and still is, the best spellcaster in our family for generations. Grandpa always called me a gifted gifted for mastering the Wangshan arts at a young age of 8. But by the time my dad was 8, he was already hosting rituals and incinerating fetter all by himself. Fixing the border crush should have been a piece of cake for him, and he messed up. Who else is there to blame if not him?
But maybe the question is, why did he mess up?
Because he was an unworthy director. Every past director has burned away all of their belongings when they passed on, leaving at most 1 or 2 items behind. My grandpa, for example, left only his hat behind, but my dad, he left a whole pile of stuff, including this meaningless picture.
But doesn't that show how much he cared?
No, all it shows is that he was unable to let go, and the fact that he couldn't let go is precisely why he failed during that ritual. He was too attached to his aging father, his young daughter, and the world where we were all together. That's why he hesitated in the final moment, because he was afraid to die. He lost focus and death won, taking his life and many others. In his line of work, we know better than anyone how hard letting go can be. We see it all the time, but as funeral directors, it's one thing we cannot allow ourselves to fall the victim to. Like Grandpa always said, we should live in life and die in death. That's the whole basis of the Wangshan funeral parlor's existence. Unfortunately, with my dad, these teachings went in one ear and out the other. He really let everyone down.
You don't need to be so hard on him. Sure, he made a mistake, but he can't have meant for things to turn out this way.
Yeah, that's really rough, to put everything that way. You're missing the point, my little Paimon. It's precisely why, it's because he's my dad that I chose not to hold back. There isn't a father in the world who would disapprove of their daughter being outspoken, because a father's biggest fear is that once he's not around anymore, his daughter will never be able to get that carefree, sassy little kid ever again. So I'm not going to keep talking trash about him, so I'm going to keep talking trash about him all I want. And on the off chance he ever overhears me, I know he'll take some comfort from knowing that I never stopped just by being myself and living my life my way. Anyway, so that's my brief history of Wulong Hill for you. Anything else on your agenda? Thanks for being so open with us, first and foremost. Huh, did you think I'd hide it from you? Nah, we're the best buds. We're better buds than that. Plus, you did just rescue me from the border, so I owe you big time. Answering your questions seems like the least I can do.
Alright, in that case, Paimon has one last question. Earlier, you said that no one will have to die when the array is activated. Is that the truth?
Yes, it is in my highly professional opinion, yes.
Okay! That's all Paimon wanted to hear.
You hesitated, though. Try not to dwell too much on all this stuff, okay? There are still 2 days to go. So go check out the streets and fair and enjoy yourself. You said it yourself, remember? Gotta keep a reasonable work-life balance. I'll see you at Eugene Terrace in 2 days. This time, we're going to turn death to ashes. Second part cleared. This is getting really interesting. Very much looking forward to it. I'm really enjoying this story so far. Right then, is there anyone else I can quickly run to check if there's someone around? Where have I missed? I don't think I've really missed anywhere major around here that I could possibly find someone. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep it going for now. Oh, not that. Tick tock, 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 tick tock.
Today's the day Ningguang said to meet up again. Let's head to Eugene Terrace.
So live your life and leave the dying till dead. Da 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 da.
Feel free to take a look around.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Here, put a second pull into it. No luck, huh? Still don't really... I'm sure I can get I'm sure I'll be able to get quite a bit from this event and lantern and stuff. Just, still don't know if I really want her more than the next girl.
Whoa, everyone's here already.
Hey, Paimon, do you have a good rest?
Yep, pretty good, thanks.
How's the situation looking? Since we last met, we've been seeing an uptick in the patient numbers in Liyue Harbor.
Also, my cousin wrote back to me. She mentioned that people have started to get sick in Yilong Wharf as well.
All the way over there too, huh?
No, it's spread to Yilong Wharf now?
But as long as we solve the core problem, the fetter in the people's bodies will dissipate, and they'll make a speedy recovery. And the good news is that, thanks to Taishuan's efforts, we now have the locations of all 8 gates.
Woohoo! So what's the plan?
Tonight we will deploy the array and set up a Homa altar at each gate. This will enable the funeral parlor's secret art to incinerate the fetter. Since the gates are interconnected via the ley lines, the secret art will be amplified to all of Liyue. Not a single wisp of fetter will escape its grasp. It's gonna be the biggest purification ceremony in the funeral parlor's history. So, okay, so what are the locations of the 8 gates? You needn't worry, they're all accounted for. Actually, we already knew the location of the first 4 2 days ago. Ketching has set out to the Gate of Life, in Yilong Wharf, and Ganyu is en route to the Gate of Concealment and Mount Tokoa. Beidou is covering the Gate of Fright and Gunyum Stone Forest, and Yelan will tackle the Gate of Injury at the Chasm. As of the last night, we confirmed that the location of the remaining 4 gates. The 5th is the Gate of Tarian and Dihua Marsh, which the Conjurer of Demons has pledged to defend. The 6th gate is the Gate of Pills in Jingsei Village. This is the one that has to be claimed by the Boo Boo Pharmacy Duo. The 7th gate is a Gate of Initiation, located here in Liyue Harbor. Lanyan and I will see to this one.
What about the final gate?
Last but not least is the Gate of Death at Wulong Hill, which, let's be honest, has Director Hu written all over it.
Wait, so you've assigned all the gates already?
Sorry, he just got here too late. Let me guess, there's a secret 9th gate for me?
Yeah, people are always saying 8 gates when they mean 9. It happens all the time, right?
Nope, not in my experience. If you had to take a gate, go to the Taishuans instead. Traveler, I appreciate your eagerness to help, and as it happens, Miss Lanya and I do have a matter we'd like to discuss with you.
That's right. But let's discuss it once Director Who's done with you.
So Director Who does need me for something. Sorry, I went ahead and told them I'd be stealing you for a little while. I haven't had much time to enjoy myself with Rite, and come this evening, I have to leave the city again, which means I'll miss out on all the lanterns. So I want to use this little downtime I have to go around and have some fortune coins to my friends. Then I can at least say I did Rite this year. Fancy you joining me for that? Aw. Absolutely. Huh. This is the one thing Director Who has known to look forward to. Otherwise, she'd have set out for Wulong Hill by now.
Oh, so you were waiting for us all this time?
It's okay. Since time was tight, I already asked the Taishuan to pass along my fortune coins to all the people handling the gates. I'm grateful for their help. It should have been for the funeral parlor's responsibility after all. Think nothing of it, Director Who. Anyway, I have a few friends left in visiting Liyue Harbor. Let's see the rounds, shall we? 3rd stanza. Chiman arts in the Rite of Homa. The spirits are calmed and life restored.
See you shortly, Traveler. We'll be waiting.
About the 8 gates.
Oh, you want to learn more about the gates? Well, as you heard earlier, the gates are basically 8 key nodes in Liyue's leyline network. You must be wondering why the Ministry of Civil Affairs had to do so much work to find out the locations of the gates.
I'm curious.
Well, the Chiman arts teach that the state of the ley lines is intricately linked to human activity. Each can affect the other. In other words, the gate's locations are subject to change over time. For instance, before our ancestors moved to Chenyu Vale, they lived near the chasm. My grandpa says that back then, the gate there was the Gate of Life. Yet all these years on, it's become the Gate of Injury. So we had to map out the gates all over again to make sure we're deploying the array properly.
Interesting. Gates change with human activity, huh?
Yeah! Skyward!
Hutao, Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, I didn't expect to see you here at this hour.
We are just about to set out for Chingsei Village. Huh, guess we caught you just in time then. We're here to deliver some fortune coins.
You're in unusually good spirits, Director Who. Even pesky Baiju gets a fortune coin today?
Of course, that's enough for everyone. Here, this one's for you.
It's the sun symbol.
You're absolutely right, Dr. Baizu. In terms of your perkiness, I mean. So I'm afraid I won't be wishing you success in your medical and immortality-seeking endeavors. That would just make things unnecessarily difficult for me. The sun symbol symbolizes peace and harmony in the world. My wish is that all of you shall be cured of their ailments before arriving at your door, so you'll be spared the sight of pain and suffering. Huh, I see, Director Who's hoping that you go out of business, Baizu. Huh, Changshan, this one's for you, too. Let me see. Oh, cross symbol. The cross symbol represents growth, prosperity, and balance between heaven and earth. May you soon regain all the power and memories you possess in your prime. That's very thoughtful of you, Director Who. I assume you also brought one for Chi-Chi? For me? Yep, this peace symbol coin is for you, Chi-Chi. Symbolizes safe passage. In other words, stay away from dangerous places the next time you go herb gathering. If anything were to happen to you, poor Mr. Baizu would be in a real pickle because he'd have no one to study the secrets of immortality from. And I'd be affected too, of course. I can't bury you if I don't know where you are. Got it.
Aw, it's nice to see that Chi-Chi's recovering well from all that fetor at the border.
I am a zombie. Zombies can't get sick.
In fact, Chi-Chi insisted on joining me at the gate tonight. She's determined to help eradicate the fetter.
Bad fetor. I don't like it. It can make people sick, and then Baizu has to heal them. It can also make people die, and then they have to go get buried by Hu Tao. Too much trouble. Don't worry, Chi-Chi. Tonight we'll solve the problems once and for all. Alright, everyone. We won't overstay our welcome.
One moment, Director Who?
What's wrong? Huh? Wait, what are you doing? Aha, so secret art works even when there's no illness present. Seems like a sizable step forward for Baizu's research.
Tonight, you will stand guard over the Gate of Death, the most ominous gate of them all. It may not help much, but I transferred a little extra life force to you. May it help you stay alert and focused during the proceedings.
Hopefully not to turn from your own health, though.
You needn't worry about that. As your archenemy, why would I undermine myself to help my opponent?
Alright, well said. Okay, this time I really am leaving. Bye, everyone. Good luck, Hu Tao.
Where to next?
To pay a visit to Yunjin.
Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter!
Honestly, it would have been nice if they could have done a free character selection for this event. That's... Oh wait, there is. Oh man, means I don't even have to pull for her. Ah, well, I guess I could have saved that. I could have saved my Primo then. Alright then, that's cool then. I can save what I got now. Now I'm wishing I had checked that or remembered that.
And with that...
Yeah! Scatter!
Oh, Yunjin, aka Miss Yoon, also aka Director Yoon. Huh, Hu Tao, what brings you here? Oh, and travel on Paimon too. This is about the other day. I swear I didn't say anything bad about you. They were just trying to find out where you're gone. Ha, no, it's not about that. I'm just here to say hi to my friend, assuming that's alright with you. Oh, yes, of course.
Also, she brought some fortune coins for you.
Yup, here, take a look. What are these? Their fortune coins are great with this yardstick symbol, one for you and one for Xinyan. You're the top performing artist in all of Liyue Harbor, and I wish you success beyond measure. Could you pass the Xinyan's coin to her for me? I haven't been able to find her all day. I know she won't miss your show tonight. Thanks, Hu Tao. I really appreciate the coin, but how come you can't just give it to her yourself this evening? I'd love to, but unfortunately I won't make it to the lantern display tonight. That's the whole reason I'm here today, now. Oh, how come? You have something else on? Just a little thing I have to do for work. Ah, right. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs announced that they'll be reviving the ancient ceremony tonight. Something about lighting a flame to dispel the smog. Your little work thing wouldn't have anything to do with that, would it? You are sharp on Yunjin. Yes, that's exactly it. Is it dangerous? Technically, but only a teeny little bit. Traveler will back me up on that. Yeah, Hutao's right. Are you sure? Ah, come on, Yujin. I get that you won't take my word for it, but if you can't trust Traveler, whom can you trust? I didn't mean like that. Anyway, since you can't make it tonight, how about I sing the Sanctification of Tao Du for you right now? Does that sound good? Huh, that's so nice of you, but since you're offering, I'd rather hear a certain other tune instead. You know the one, right? Oh, which one? Sorry, I'm a little lost. You know, you sang it to me before.
What are you talking about? Is this supposed to be a riddle?
The opera version of the Hillatune. We made a bet and agreed that whoever lost had to sing lyrics chosen by the winner in their own style. This result was Yunjin's spectacular operatic version of the Hillatune. You guys seriously need to hear it. Ah, Yunjin, don't tell me you're embarrassed to sing it now that the Traveler is here. What are you talking about? Of course not. Pretty please, Yunjin, just once for me. I really want to hear it again. Alright, I'll sing it for you after the show tonight. How about that? No, I want to hear it right now. Why? Don't play dumb, you know why. Hutao's a sassy little brat who always gets whatever she wants. Mostly because she's so adorable that no one has the heart to turn it down. La la la, life is grand. You are unbelievable. Alright, I'll sing, but please do not laugh at me.
Yay! Operatic Hilly-tune! Let's go!
Yeah, boy, here goes. Silly trill, Billy trill, silly Billy Hilly trill. Bravo, bravissimo. Well, what do you think? Glad I dragged you out now? I'm not going to try and put up on an opera voice. I do not have the voice for that. It was a pretty unique, truly unique performance. I must look ridiculous. Thanks for indulging me, Yunjin. You're a star. We should have not out, as I still have one other person to give a fortune coin to. No way, Hutao, be honest. You guys aren't hiding anything from me, are you? Of course not. Put that thought right out of your head. Alright, then whenever you're done with your work, whether it's tomorrow or the day after or whenever, come find me again and I'll sing the Sanctification of Tao Du for you. Huh? Let me rephrase, Hutao, Traveler. Promise me you'll come to see me perform someday soon, okay? Sure, you got it.
Where should we go next?
I'll bet the Travelers guessed it already. To One Man Restaurant, of course. Could you raise your death flag any higher, Hutao? It's obvious what you're trying to do here. I ain't falling for it.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Her new outfit. Equally adorable.
Whoa! You got a new outfit too? You look amazing, Xiangling.
I love that hat. Oh, you think? Huh, then what does that say about my taste? Hint, hint.
Yeah. Director who has the most exquisite taste in the world, etc.
I see, so it's a gift from Hutao then. A thank you gift, technically. I sought out that Fontaine fashion designer and gave her a brief description as Jiangling.
Her work is incredible! Especially this Globa hat! It's just as cute as the real Globa!
I'll totally buy and wear that.
It's great seeing both of you together dressed in your new outfits. You almost look like sisters!
Huh, that's a given. Oh, also, Jiangling, I got you a little something else too. It's a fortune coin. This career fortune coin is for you. May you go from strength to strength, and may the Wanman restaurant get so many customers that it needs to be rebuilt 10 times bigger.
I don't know, Hutao. You're kind of asking a lot of me there.
Wait, I'm not done yet. I've got 2 more coins. A family fortune, one for Qing Shu, and a spirit and vigor, one for Chongyun. I believe they've already left for Chenyu Vale, so could you pass them on when they get back?
Why get me involved? Can't you just give these to them yourself?
Now she's planning on pulling a sacrifice on herself. Because I've got a little work tonight, and I don't want to keep them waiting.
Fair enough. Wait, does that mean you're involved in tonight's ceremony thing? I heard the announcement from the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
That's the one. As soon as the ceremony is complete, Qing Shu's great-grandfather will start to recover, and Miss Ingier's boyfriend will be right as rain.
Wow, sounds amazing! So, is this what's been keeping you busy these past few days? No wonder we still haven't had that meal together. I bet you barely had a moment to breathe. Once the ceremony's over, come for food with us, okay?
Sure thing, sounds good.
Promise you won't stand us up this time?
I promise, and Traveler will hold me to it.
Okay, I can get behind that. If you're a no-show, I'm sending the Traveler to track you down and drag you back to the dinner table kicking and screaming.
Mission accepted. Great, then when we have a deal, we should head out now. See you later, Xiangling.
All right, we've been to 3 places already. Is there anyone else you want to give a coin to?
But of course, surely you don't think I'd forgotten about you.
Whoa, you got some for us too?
Obviously, come on, let's head to the Wangshan funeral parlor first.
Yeah! Skyward!
Oh, Paimon's so excited! What fortune are we gonna get?
Give me a second. Aha, found it. Here is yours, Paimon.
What does this symbol mean?
It's a treasure symbol. My wish for you is to you'll always have an endless supply of Mora so you can eat whatever you want and whenever you want.
Wow, you get Paimon like no one else does. Thank you, Hu Tao. Thank you so much.
So what's mine then? Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. Just give me a moment, I'll be right back. Hu Tao enters the funeral parlor. Before long, she comes skipping back out in her old outfit.
Huh? Why'd you change back, Hu Tao?
Because I'll be working tonight. I've always been very serious when it comes to work. Is this my gift? Look again. Do you see anything about me that's different from before? Your hat? Aha, yes, very observant of you. And all the proof I need and all the proof I need that you spend your free time staring longingly at pictures of me. There's no way you'd spot a detail like that otherwise. Oh crap, we got us there. Here, this plum branch is for you. Plum branch?
Wait, isn't this the branch from your hat?
Yes, and going back further, it's from a tree I planted myself. Traveler, you have countless friends in Liyue Harbor, so I'm sure you'll get plenty of fortune coins. I want to give you something different, something that will remind you of me whenever you look at it.
Paimon doesn't like the sound of that.
Yeah. Still reeling from that line, and all the proof I need that you spend your free time staring longingly at pictures of me. Okay then, I'll rephrase. Something you can take a look at whenever you miss me. You just made it worse. What do you mean? I don't know what's going on in your head. Look, all I'm saying is, I can't be by your side 24/7 like Paimon can. There's gotta be times when we're apart.
You scared Paimon.
I've got a gift for you too then. Huh, wait, that sigil, is it the one from one of the fabled Rex coins?
You got a great eye, Hu Tao. It's a Rex coin. Although, probably not the genuine article, because the Conqueror of Demons told us he couldn't sense Rex Lapis's power in it.
But still, the owner before us was someone pretty important.
Yeah, that too. So maybe it can keep you safe.
Wow, this is a really special gift. I'll take it. Thank you both. I'll stay safe and don't you worry. Anyway, it's getting late, and I have a few things to get ready before I head out to Wuwang Hill. Besides, you should probably get back to Yunjing Terrace now. I know the Taichuan's still waiting for you. Please be careful. Don't worry, I've got this. Hu Tao.
All right,
Sure
then.
thing.
Bye-bye. And remember, the sooner you get back, the sooner we can go for a meal together. And hear Yunjin singing.
Got it. See ya. It was so nice to spend this time with you. Oh, what brings you here? No tea drinking today? It would be unbecoming of me to sip tea in leisure while my employer toils alone. Huh, so you have a heart after all. Have you made up your mind, Director? Throughout our history, we fought off many existential threats with whatever tools we had at our disposal. Today is no different. We just had to rise to our challenges. It'll be my first time using the array, so who knows how it will go. But if I know one thing, it's that I must drive death back where it came from. And also, Traveler gave me a special fortune coin. Apparently it's one of those Rex coins. You're more knowledgeable about this kind of thing than me, though, so I'd appreciate your second opinion. It is indeed a Rex coin. It symbolizes good fortune and may offer some use as a protective charm. Got it. In that case, after tonight, could you please return it to Traveler for me? You wish to return the gift? For what reason? Traveler reached Natlan and took a trip to the land of the dead while there. It must have been incredibly dangerous. She made it this far unscathed, so clearly she's blessed with good fortune, but her journey will also get more dangerous with each step, and that worries me. So if there's a chance that this Rex coin can keep a person safe, I want to make sure that that person is the Traveler. You make a good point, Director, but have you considered that the Traveler perhaps had similar wishes for you? That's another reason I can't afford to keep it. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. If worst comes to worst and I don't make it back, I don't want the Traveler to find out this coin didn't work by discovering it in a pile of debris. What if it upsets her? What if she feels like it's all her fault? I couldn't bear to see her like that. You know what I mean, right, Zhongli? I fear that I do. Your concern is that the sight of this coin will only make it more difficult to let go of your worldly attachments. Ha! It's like you're a mind reader. You know me as well as I do. You know me as well as I do. That being too attached to the fatal flaw for a funeral director, it's a vice that's all too easy to fall prey to. But this time, I must not repeat my dad's mistake. This is what's most important here. Alright, since we're this far in, I might as well just tell you the rest too. If I don't return to tonight, you'll no longer be consulted, because you'll be the 78th director of the Wangcheng Funeral Parlor. Your work is far from done, Director. I fear that there is no one who could hope to take your place. Live in life and die in death. If my time has come, then so be it. There's no sense in resisting the inevitable. Nevertheless, I would urge caution. Focus on the task at hand, not what transpired in the past, and do not forget the rest of the saying. Follow your hearts and do what you can. I understand. Alright, it's almost time. I should get going. It really is a beautiful day today. I should write a poem to capture this moment. A butterfly dances in a crimson bouquet, for fear of the ominous rainfall that may soon show its face. With one last lingering glance at the carmine hue, she lies among the petals in the garden of eternal rest as she sets her the floor incense ablaze. The lone butterfly left, but not without a trace. A fragrance remained, her butterfly's embrace.
Ningguang, Lanyan, we're back! So what did you want to discuss?
I'll Miss Lana explain.
Remember how I wrote a letter back home to ask about the array? Well, I got a reply.
Oh, Paimon remembers. So was Hu Tao right? No one has to be sacrificed, right?
Unfortunately, my cousin could not give me a definitive answer on this, despite scouring the family library. But given that the array gets its power from the ley lines, she suspects that the obfuscation requirement may be a rule laid down by the mountains and the land.
What does that mean? Basically, it looks likely that the obfuscation of one person is mandatory after all, because we can't violate the law of the ley lines. Furthermore, the Gate of Death will be used to suppress the fetter this time, which is Director Hu's gate.
So, you're saying Hu Tao has to die?
If my cousin's right, and as I said, she can only speculate, but she also provided me with a method that might just be able to save Director Hu's life. See this? It's a rattan figure I made for the Director. One of many. In case you've forgotten, they work by absorbing evil energy in their owner's place, so they won't come to harm. With the technique my cousin explained, I managed to connect several of these rattan figures to the gate array. That way, the fetter blast will be shared evenly by everyone in the array.
Everyone has agreed to the plan. Keqing, Ganyu, the Conqueror of Demons, Chi-Chi, Beidou, Yelan, Lanyan, and I will each hold a rattan figure. Today's Liyue draws its strength from unity. That is how we quelled an ancient god's wrath without the help of Rex Lapis, and that is why we cannot let the Wangshan Funeral Parlor shoulder the present crisis alone. Nevertheless, the dangers posed by the fetter is not to be underestimated. The consequences could be grave, even with everyone sharing the blast. We would like to request your assistance, but the choice is entirely yours. If you have any reservations, we will by no means count me in.
What did I tell you? I knew the Traveler would help us.
I never doubted that for a second.
Then please, take this rattan figure. I'll link you up to the array right now. Huh? What's going on? This doesn't make any sense.
What's wrong?
I don't think I made a mistake, but it seems like I can't connect the traveler to the array.
Huh. How could this be? What's this problem?
This should work in the exact same way as the gate array, by using the power of the ley lines. But the ley lines aren't responding to the traveler. Almost as if they believe she doesn't exist.
Now that's heavy.
Oh, so could that be the reason?
It's true that the ley lines don't contain any information about me. If that's so, then perhaps this is simply the will of fate.
I've never heard of anything like that before.
Can we find some other way?
I don't know. This is the first time I've run into a situation like this. I would write to my cousin, but I think we're out of time.
Yes, the lantern display will begin soon. I know this is frustrating, but given the situation, we have no choice but to release Traveler from this duty. We must hope that we will be able to share the burden of Decorator's shoulders, and we must have faith that she will return triumphant. After leaving Eugene Terrence, you spend some time staring at the hotel pretend figure in your hands, dejected in silence. Before you know it, you've ended up in front of the Wangshan funeral parlor again. You're really not involved in this time, huh?
It's already
Celebrate the
dark
lantern,
out.
right?
Should we go head to the stage?
Reluctantly. I never got the chance to pull for Hu Tao. She was always at the top of the meta for the longest time as the strongest pyro spear user. That, of course, has now been overmatched by Arlecchino and Blauwika's strongest pyros. But she still has her place in the world. Hurry, the Lantern celebrations are about to begin. You don't want to miss Miss Yoon's opening show. Slow down, Yanfei, otherwise you're gonna fall.
There are so many people. And I hope everything goes smoothly on Hu Tao's end so she can get back here and celebrate with us soon.
Xinyan, over there. Oh, here, Hu Tao's asked me to give you this fortune coin. Wow, she got this from me? So, where'd she go?
Lady Tianquan, the gate of initiation is now ready. We are good to go.
Thank you. It won't be long now. Director Hu, good luck to us both. Traveler, Paimon, happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, Zhongli! How did we not think of asking Zhongli earlier?
Regarding the ley lines, you mean?
Yeah. How did you know that, though?
Huh, in fact, I have been waiting here for some time now. Zhongli, can you connect me to the ley lines? Since the issue lies with the Traveler's unique constitution, I'm afraid that I will be of no help there.
Drat! Paimon totally thought you'd have the answer! Then, why were you waiting for us?
The director asked me to turn this Rex coin to you. Why, though? It's a gesture of goodwill from the director. She wishes for your safe passage in the future travels.
But what about her?
I suppose that will be up to her.
That's not good enough! Surely there's gotta be something we can do!
As it happens, there is one thing that comes to mind. Namely, if the 7 and 8 gate method operates according to the principles of the ley lines, the same must also be true for the obfuscation process. But since you cannot connect to the ley lines in the first place, do you see what that implies?
Huh?
If I can't connect to the ley lines, what does that imply? The Lantern Rite is about to begin. My dear compatriots.
Oh, look! It's Lady Ningguang! Wow! I didn't know she was hosting it herself this year.
It must be because of the ceremony, right? The Ministry of Civil Affairs sent out a notice saying that this year they're doing a whole ceremony when they light up the Mingxiao lantern.
As we stand beneath this lantern-lit night sky, I would like to pay tribute to the ways of our forebears. We pray for the cleansing fire that exorcises evil, and for all peace to prevail in our nation. Let the ceremony begin. Hutao's always been such a fun character, too. Such a unique, fun personality. Sino, take me in. I haven't seen Sino there in the round. I don't know if I can find them. 趁他。 The flames, blessing of Homa. Redeem us, deliver us from evil. Yeah. Oh boy. You can do it, Hutao.
The fire's almost out. Did we fail?
I have faith in the director. So, my time has come. There is no avoiding death, nor predicting its time. The duty of Longshen, I now fulfill. Wow. Next lantern, right. If you see a butterfly, that's me coming back to see you all. No, surely you're not actually. I believe it was a success, but...
What's wrong? You two look like you've seen a ghost.
Director Hu's rattan figure is... broken. I can't sense her presence anymore.
What? How is that possible? You mean, Hutao... she's... what are we gonna do? Huh? Where'd the Traveler go?
It would seem that she has something of a breakthrough, so I sent her on her way.
A breakthrough? About what?
We gotta save our little funeral director. We can't let a fun personality like her go away. Be lost. If I can't connect to the ley lines, I can't be obfuscated by them either. That means I can take Hutao's place in the array and no one has to get sacrificed, as long as I can find her, that is. Our little Hutao funeral director, she's always been there for us since the beginning of the game. We can't lose her now. Our beloved director is so full of life despite directing the dead. There's no way she's being lost on us. This is a cute little doll. I wouldn't mind having one myself. Ah. No one harms my dolls. Fly faster! Come on! Oh, it's the propellers and the twin tails. Ah, that's just cute. Hotel, where are you? Hotel. She's not here, but there are other things. The flaming staff lies quietly on the ground, as if aware that its owner has left the world. Do you remember who the rattan figure was made for? I'm sure you do. The fire on the altar has almost gone out, but some of the stray sparks flicker and frolic within the ashes, in true Hu Tao fashion. The crooked tree at the center of the border looks just like this year's Mingjiao lantern. There are some cracks in the middle of the trunk, as they seem to lead somewhere far away. Something just flew out of your backpack. Cross over to the other side, towards the next life. Let me rephrase that. For Hu Tao and Traveler, you'll promise you'll come see me in form?
Promise you won't stand us up this time? Okay, I can get behind that. If you're a no-show, I'm sending the Traveler to track you down and drag you back to the dinner table kicking and screaming.
Nevertheless, I would urge caution. Focus on the task at hand, not what transpired in the past. Grandpa, Dad, are you here to take me to the other side? How'd I do as a director, huh? Did I do the Wangshan Funeral Parlor proud?
Absolutely. You did 1,000,000 times better than me. Our little girl is the best.
Good. Then I can join you with no regrets.
We're proud of you, little lady. But we only came to see you because we've missed you.
I missed you too, but are you saying you're not here to bring me to the afterlife?
Live in life and die in death. My child, your time has not yet come. Yes, the day of reunion will come in good time. There's no need to rush. Look, someone's here to take you home.
That's right. You're not leaving us just yet. Traveler, you're... Don't worry, I've got this. Come on, everyone's waiting for you. Right. Oh. Live your life and leave the dying to the dead. You wake up 2 days later in the back room of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
You're finally awake! How do you feel? Does anything hurt?
What happened?
You've been asleep for 2 whole days! If Baiju hadn't insisted that you were just out from exhaustion, Paimon would have been worried sick! Still, it is a relief to see you finally wake up again. Guess Baiju knew what he was talking about.
When did I get here?
The Night of Lantern Rite, of course! Hu Tao carried you here on her back. Paimon was so worried to see you unconscious. Thankfully, Zhang Li was there too, and he said you'd be fine. That being said, why did you sneak off without saying a word? Were you trying to beat Hu Tao's record for running away and getting stranded in the border?
It was an emergency.
Yeah, Paimon knows. Hu Tao told us the whole story. Sounds like you did something pretty amazing. You've had a lot of visitors over the last couple of days. Zhang Li, Ningguang, Lan Yan, and pretty much everyone else you could think of.
Are they still here?
Most of them have probably left by now, but Hu Tao's still waiting out in the main room. She's been there the whole time. Anyway, you stay in bed and get some rest. Paimon will go get Baiju to take a look at you.
Take a look outside. Just then you feel something cool against your face. You've been ambushed again. One more time. Guess who? Happy Lantern, right, Director Who? Good, you still recognize me. So stealth threat didn't fry your brain. I'm so glad. Looks like I can stop worrying now. Welcome back, my hero. I'd say you're the real hero. Huh, don't be silly. It's just 2 of us here. You really want to talk in the glib pleasantries? Cause I can outglib you any day of the week, if that's how you want to do this. Alright, so how are you holding up? I'm doing great, thanks to a certain someone. Baiju gave me a checkup too. You look remarkably well too, considering what you went through. But are you sure you're well enough to leave yet? You only make things worse if you power through before you're fully healed. I'll be fine. Well, I suppose so. You know, I was really surprised you came back to rescue me. You took such a huge risk. Why did you become so reckless? I learned from the best, Director Who. Huh. Hey, look, Liyue Harbor looks so pretty from this angle. Let's see, what is everyone doing at this hour? Huh, those 2 kids look like they're in a hurry. I bet they're racing each other for the fortune coins. And that lady over there, her cheeks are so red, you think she was caught by the sun. Huh, yeah, she must be waiting for a lever so they can set off some fireworks together. Such a marvelous view. Really puts you in a poetic mood. Okay, I've got something. As fresh festivities fill the streets, while lanterns light the sky like countless times before. As well not on the twists and turns of bygone years, but remember this, that which each new day I received the gift of life once more. Thank you, traveler. Happy Lantern Rite. Completed. Ah, that was so nice. That's such a fun story. Oh, we got a little bit less, huh? Man, I always liked Hu Tao as a character. I always reminisce the fact that I could never get her in the banners. She's always just been such a fun character, so much personality and full of just vim and vigor. She's just so fun. So fun and lovely. Silly churl, silly Billy Hilly churl. Ooh. We still gotta have that dinner, huh?
Hey, Traveler and Paimon! Oh, hey, Xiangling! What's up? You know what's up. Our get-together, of course.
Ah, yes, finally time for that meal.
Yeah! You are free, right? You are not getting out of this without a very good reason. We're not the ones who held it up. That was Hu Tao. Yeah, tell me about it. She thinks being a director gives her a license to be a flake. It's like, unless there's a sizable crowd coming, it's not worth my time. But don't worry. We've agreed that this time, we're not gonna accept any more excuses from her.
That's right.
Oh? Who's we? Shincho and I. He said he's been wanting to invite everyone out for a long time. But given the situation with his great-grandfather, he never had the time. But amazingly, on the night of the Lantern Rite, his great-grandfather suddenly woke up. Shincho was thrilled! And he was finally able to leave the house. So we met up right away and made a plan. Wow, so his great-grandfather's gonna be alright?
For as long as he can be past the age of
They had a doctor
100.
take a look and everything. He'll be just fine. According to Shincho, his great-grandfather has been eating like Paimon since he woke up. So now, the family's biggest worry is that he'll get indigestion. Well, that's good news. But somehow doesn't paint Paimon in the best light. Don't worry, it definitely does. Your appetite represents an optimistic outlook on life. Always eat to your heart's content, lest your chopsticks wither with regret. Well said, Xiangling. Yeah, that attitude is exactly what got Paimon to where she is today.
For real? How come I'm only hearing of this for the first time?
Yes, for real. Like Xiangling said, always eat till your heart's content. And don't let your chopsticks... what was it?
Wither with regret.
Don't worry. Save it for the dinner table, Paimon. Oh, no problem. But where are we gonna eat? At Yilong Wharf later tonight. Shincho and the others are still out there. Oh, and Hu Tao said that we'll be joined by a special guest.
A special guest, you say?
You'll see when you get there. Oh, Paimon has an idea. But she'll keep it to herself for now.
I have an idea too.
Huh? Who?
I'll keep it to myself.
Well, we'll see who guessed right later tonight.
Yilong Wharf, huh? Just like I was saying, I wanted to come here just to hang out for the Lantern Rite a bit. If we're talking the strongest, I had to pick the Wind Reader. After all, he was the founding master of the Chi-Man divination.
Yeah, he gets my vote too, being my ancestor and everything. Oh, and also the Silver Swallow.
In that case, I have to nominate the two sages of Lianshan. It's always the ones who live in seclusion and never show their skills who turn out to be the most powerful of all. Well, in the books anyway. What do you think? If it were a martial arts novel, then I agree with you. But unfortunately, after reading a Moonlit Bamboo Forest, I am convinced that that Tao should go to the White Horse of the three immortal Tao Du. She's got that beat hiding some kind of secret.
Huh? Is no one gonna pick the Yunlai Angler? Even the Yuhong said that her sword fighting style comes from the Yunlai Angler's rod-wielding techniques.
Yeah, so they say, but I mean, fishing just sounds kind of lame in this context. Although it's more common than you think for the anglers to become more than what they seem. Hey, you're all wrong. The greatest of all were obviously Old Man Wulong and the Lone Butterfly. Without them, there'd be no Wongshen Female Parlor today. Hard to argue with that.
Oh, everyone's here already.
Traveler, Paimon, you're finally here. Welcome.
Hu Tao, your hat.
Well, notice, Paimon. Yes, I added another plum branch.
Ooh, so now you and the Traveler have matching plum branches. But, anyway, what are you all up to?
We're debating who's the best out of the 8 adepts.
Huh, well, kind of. An open-ended debate, maybe. We're just shooting the breeze, really. That's right. The only way you could settle a question like this would be with those special goggles that they see in light novels, where you can read someone's power level just by looking at them.
Has Shincho been getting you into light novels?
Welcome, traveler. My family tell me that you and Hu Tao performed a very risky ceremony and cured the great-grandfather's illness in the process. I cannot thank you enough for your efforts. No matter what kind of trouble you may encounter in the future, you always find a helping hand in the Feiyun Commerce Guild. It was a team effort. Yes, I know. My father and brother will thank everyone individually in the coming days. Way to go! Why go through all the trouble, Xingque? Save yourself the effort and just admit to me here and now that the strongest of the 8 adepts are the Lone Butterfly and the Old Man Wulong. Then we'll be square.
Come on, enough with the debate already. Everyone's here now, so let's eat. Paimon, you're up. It's time to share your grand philosophy of life with everyone. Okay, one sec. It's like, always eat to your heart's content, lest your... what was the rest again?
Lest your chopsticks wither in regret.
Ah, right, yeah, that's it.
Well, Paimon, you can't stumble through a model like you can't stumble through a model you live by. It's bad luck. It'll make your life more full of stumbling blocks too. Come on, you can do it. One more time from the top.
Always eat to your heart's content, lest your chopsticks wither in regret.
That's the spirit.
So is it time to dig in now? Paimon, did you forget about our special guest? Oh, right! Paimon remembers now! Actually, Paimon guessed who it is already, but, no point in saying it out loud or anything.
Oh, you don't sound confident. You don't have a clue who it is, do you?
Yes, actually. It's obvious who it is. It's... You know who. Traveler, a little help?
Is it Yunjin? Correct. It's our very own Yunjin, so you haven't forgot what she said the last time. Look, she's taking the stage.
Whoa! Isn't that the director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe?
Amazing. I never would have expected to see her all the way out here in Yilong Wharf.
Greetings, everyone. I will perform the sanctification of Tao Du one more time for all my friends who are unable to join the festivities during the Lantern Rite. My apologies for not being able to set up a grander stage.
Aw, that's so nice! She's doing a whole new performance for everyone who couldn't attend last time.
Shh, she's about to begin. Bravo! Very well done. You should have gone with a traveler into the border that day. I get that you care about the traveler's well-being, but the fact is it wouldn't have been helped. I'd have just been extra liability if something went wrong. Besides, Ningguang changed the plan and sent me to the chasm instead. I can't be in two places at once. If you're not happy about it, then why don't you file a complaint with the Yujing Terrans? And report the Taishuan to the Taishuan? Actually, I was thinking that the Yuhang, she's not afraid of competition. Forget it. I'll let it go since everyone's fine. Wengshu is a fine location. All of Liyue is a fine location. Well said. Boss, another side I'm gonna do dip shrimp please, with some dipping sauces, spices, and 1 almond tofu. Can't forget the almond tofu. Adding 1 beto together. Hey, the crisis is resolved. Why the long stay, Qingxuang? Thanks to the director and traveler, disaster was averted, but we still don't know about what caused the crisis in the first place. If you are well-informed, captains, I know you're well-informed, captains, so I trust you are aware that the nation of Natlan has recently endured some major events relating to the ley lines and to issues of life and death. It'll make me wonder whether these events might somehow be connected on a deeper level. If they are, then this will be bigger than just Liyue and Natlan. I'll send word to my business partners and keep an eye out for any similar incidents in other nations. Right now, though, I'd say put those worries to one side and focus on enjoying these stunning sights before they disappear for another year. But of course, you don't need to teach me about work-life balance. I'm no catching. Is that right? Well then, why are you still wearing that same old hairpin? Didn't I tell you to use my pay to buy yourself a new one? I wouldn't dare trust Captain Beta's more without final confirmation. What if you'd been speaking in jest? I'd never hear the end of it. Do I really have to go and pick one out for you? Alright, suits me. Let's go take a stroll through the fair. Well done. When did our straight-talking captain learn to read between the lines, That's enough. Are you coming or not? Why not? Let's go. Everyone's enjoying the lantern ride in their own way. Still working on you. Sorry it's been so busy. Oh, catching. No, it's fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. Traveler and Director Who are the real stars of this year. That's no reason to dismiss your own contribution. Of course they were the biggest heroes. But we played our part and played it well. The Ministry of Civil Affairs responded at a record speed, did we not? Even though on the surface it looks this looks negligible compared to the disasters of the Archon War, it was a very close call. Things could have been unimaginably worse had we not found a solution. You're right. Actually, I have a question about the 7 and 8 gates method we ended up using. How come I've never seen any records of it in the Yuehei Pavilion before? Oh, you know about the origins of the array? Ningguang made the whole thing up. What? I'm joking. In truth, a letter with all the critical information suddenly appeared in Yujing Terrans on the day that we needed it. Even Yelan was unable to track down where they come from. Wait, the info just appeared out of thin air? Then wasn't this a bit risky of a strategy on Ningguang's part? It may appear that way, but if you think about it carefully, everything slowly starts to make sense. How many people in all Liyue could know about both the crisis and the secret art, while also possessing the ability to deliver a letter without leaving a trace? Oh, you mean Master and our friends. I see. You mean Cloud Retainer and them? Was that what they were hinting at? Ah, there they are. That young lass from the Wangshan funeral parlor is rather impressive. One's curiosity was piqued when Rex Lapis chose to serve as a consultant, but only now does one understand the true intent behind his decision. Agreed, and yet what a rare delight it is to hear such effusive praise from you, Cloud Retainer. Rare, pray elaborate a little further.
In the past, you may have uttered something to the tune of this. Though the last displays a measure of talent, it is nothing more than Shenhe or Ganyu could have achieved if placed in the same circumstances.
She's just proud of her daughters. One would never deride others as a means of praising one's own children. The Wangshan lass displayed great determination and fortitude. Does that not make her deserving of a few words of praise? it certainly does. And she is not the first. I lived in Liyue Harbor for a long time now, and I can tell you that Wangshan Funeral Parlor has produced generation upon generation of outstanding directors. Streetward Rambler speaks true. The god of Tao Du was not our friend, but neither was he our enemy. Had he not cared greatly for all living things and volunteered to sanctify himself to pacify the underworld, not even 8 Adepti would have been able to overpower him, much less the 8 Adepts when he became the Border. He likely imagined that mortals would persevere and maintain his new form this far into the future.
With all of that said, I realize the name of the young lady from the funeral parlor is still unknown to me.
The rector's surname is Hu, and her given name is Tao. Hu. As in the word for butterfly, yes? No, Hu as in mischief maker. Then Tao must likewise mean the Tao that means mischief in our tongue? No, in fact, it is the same Tao that appears in Tao Du.
So Hu as in butterfly, and Tao as in Tao Du. A fine name. Fitting indeed.
No, Hu as in mischief maker, incessant pestering and wanton gluttony.
I say, I was merely trying to liven up the mood. Why is Hu Tao permitted to make mischief while I am not?
The clue is on the name. If you wish to change yours from Mountain Shaper to Mischief Maker, be my guest. Why not have some tea? This is the rare spirits brought cultivar that Rex Lapis brought back all the way from Chingsing Village. It'd be a shame to miss out. May there be good tea to share in the coming year. I'm sure there shall be. Anything left? Any other parties to look in on? Nope. That is the end. What a fun Lantern Rite. I still need to play all the minigames too, but for the main story, that was a lot of fun. Very impactful as well. And I see they did decorate this place for Lantern Rite too. It may not have been all set here like I initially had wanted, but Liyue Harbor is still very pretty to come around to every now and then. But yeah. I'll go ahead and wrap up for here, right around the 3.5 hour mark.